In this episode of The Business of Tattooing, we sit down with Hal Sawyer, the owner of Helheim Tattoo in Fayetteville, North Carolina. With nearly 20 years in the industry, Hal shares his journey from humble beginnings to running a thriving tattoo shop, his thoughts on the evolving tattoo scene, and his concern about the impact of AI and technology on the craft. We also dive into some unexpected topics, like the future of humanity, doomsday scenarios, and the importance of staying grounded in nature. Whether you're a tattoo artist or just fascinated by the industry, this conversation is packed with insights, humor, and a few conspiracy theories along the way. Buckle up for this edition of The Business of Tattooing. How's life?
Can't complain, another day.
Yeah,
Riding it out.
how's the shop? How's Fayetteville?
The shop's grown. Bro, it's changed completely since the last time you saw it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 booths now.
You got them all full?
Well, 3 of them are full resident artists, and the other is just guest artists.
How many guest artists you got coming through?
3, Pierre Bustos, Charles Chapman, Trail Edmonds, Ben Chapman, whenever his ass pops in, but we'll see.
Are those artists all consistently coming through, or are those just ones you got coming through now?
Yeah, consistently. Trail and Pierre come back every month or so.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
You got other artists coming through too? Like
Not right now.
Like how do you link up? I mean, I know you have a relationship with all those guys, but what about other artists that want to come in the area and do a guest spot? You got a way they can get in touch with you?
Well, my website, but I haven't really been looking at accepting any other artists right now. Fucking.
Oh, you haven't?
Nah, man. It seems like guest artists anymore. They tend to think that even when we tell them, come on in, I'm not going to charge you shit. Half the time they come and they'll do a guest spot and then they won't even tip out the house. Like the assistant running around setting up for them, getting them drinks or whatever. They don't do shit for them. So it's like,
Right. Yeah, I feel like you've always been kind of like just always kind of had an open door policy with like guest artists. Like you're always trying to find guest artists come through and
I
stuff like
was, man. It's just I'm fucking jaded, bro. I'm jaded about that shit, man. It seems like it's happened so often that it's, you know, you
Did it
got a
used to
whole
be
generation
different?
of tattooers. Yeah, man. Fucking people used to have some fucking respect. Now it's like they don't have any respect for anything.
When do you feel like that changed? Like how long ago?
Recently, after COVID.
Oh, just like, but before COVID, it wasn't really a problem now. So,
I didn't think so, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's this new generation of tattooers, young folks in general. I'm becoming a
yeah,
grumpy old man.
you don't get a lot of old school guys trying to come in and do guest spots anymore, or like what?
Nah, not very often.
Huh.
It's open if they want to, but
So what's the tattoo scene like in Fayetteville now? Because I know you're on the military base, and well, how many other shops are there out there?
who knows now?
A
I
lot.
have no idea now, bro. I have no idea. A new one pops up every week here.
What's the population there? You know?
I think military base like 175,000, so like 300,000, maybe 250, 300,000 people.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a big ass area. Plus you have the base, and then you have all of their family and their personnel and people who work
Yeah.
on the base, and then that aren't military. So yeah, dude, it gets
So
pretty fucking crowded.
what's the percentage of clients coming through your shop, like military versus just civilians?
Probably 98% military.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. Wow.
Mostly, almost all of my clients are military.
The whole shop clients or just yours in
All
particular?
mine. I don't know about them. They do their own thing.
Gotcha.
I don't
Gotcha.
maintain their schedule. That I advertise for them best I can. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they're their own entities. They come and go as they please. And
Do you guys do you do a lot of stuff as a shop? Like you guys got a lot of shit
we
going on
got
together?
our first show together is going to be in October up at Tommy's. So
Okay.
pretty stoked on that. And then I get to make the trophy for best of day for that show too. So
Yeah, you're in the trophy making business now.
trying to be,
Ever since Empire.
trying to be. You
Yeah,
got some fucking haters
how
already pointing off my style though, bro.
who?
I'm not even,
Oh,
I'm not even gonna give him that acknowledgement.
anyway, how well received were those trophies you did for Empire? Did they love them? The artists and everybody?
The artist, I think, loved them more than the promoter. The promoter really liked him, but at the same time, I think he was confused why they all said best of show. Um, that's what I was told to do. I asked the same thing. You sure you want all five of them best of show? And it, whatever, dude.
Oh, did you
So
do them for all the categories, or did you like
yeah,
you did
I
all the
did.
awards for the whole show?
No. I didn't do all those little. Those are all like I don't know how he did them, like 3D printed trophies. The little
Like the
Empire.
like the Empire State Building one?
Yeah, it's like a 3D printed trophy. The dude who did it did a really good job on the huge one, but I don't know what the fuck somebody's gonna do with that thing. It was like that's fucking big.
How you get that on an airplane?
Yeah, and she had to take it to Italy.
Bro, from Europe.
Yeah, she already told me it cost her like 2 grand to ship home the trophies that I made her.
Oh my God.
Dude, those things were nice, dude. I spent a lot of time antique frames, like
Bro.
finding the exact pieces that I needed and then sculpting shit. It was fun.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I never even thought about that, man. Like, imagine being an artist at a show and you won like the best of something, and then all of a sudden
And it's like this big and you got to
you
bring
gotta
it
spend
home.
2 grand to ship that shit back home, dude.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Oh
thinking about
man,
this
that's like a
time.
big chunk of what you made for the weekend, probably.
Yeah, shit. Nowadays, seems like shows have went the way of the dodo. You go to shows, it's
Yeah,
basically hit or miss anymore.
a lot of
Unless you
them.
book yourself solid, you gotta, put your pieces in place.
Yeah, I don't think it's profitable to be an artist at a show that you don't have something booked already for sure. Cause like, dude, it's hard to catch a fucking appointment coming through a tattoo convention now.
And even if you have stuff booked, most often you the stuff that you have booked is from previous clients, so you're like working out deals with them, so you're not charging what you normally charge on the road, so you're not necessarily making back what you planned on anyways.
Yeah.
It's always some shit in the mix.
Yeah, I just was having I'm actually running a little poll on Facebook now because I'm kind of curious because like I talk to so many people from so many different places and it's like different stories all over the place in regards to like how busy or how slow it is somewhere, you know what I mean? Or how busy an artist is or how slow an artist is. And so I've been really trying to dig into that. Like I just wrote an article on the tattoo recession, right? And so I did a bunch of research on economic data in the tattoo industry. And it was pretty interesting, really, but it told me a lot of different stories. So today I was like, I'm going to run a poll on Facebook and I'm going to just ask people that get tattooed, like, what's stopping you from getting tattooed today? And so far, the majority of the answers have been like price driven, right? So, like,
Yeah,
oh, they're too expensive.
dude.
Tattoos are too expensive.
People have. What do you expect though? Come on. What do you expect? You got a tattoo artists that are literally less than 2 years in the industry, charging $500 an hour.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with people, man? We ain't curing fucking cancer. We're drawing on people. Stop fucking fucking hell, man.
So,
Almost
like, I
80.
wanted to ask you, like, how much have your pricing have you had to flex your pricing a lot, really? Like, I guess since COVID, right? Like, COVID
Bro,
seemed to be like the tipping point.
I've raised my rate one time in my entire career. 18 years. Once. One time after COVID. I went from 150 an hour to 175.
So, he didn't even do like a crazy price jump.
No.
Has that affected your business at all?
When I first raised my prices, yeah. It was like clients were like, what? How could you? COVID? I'm like, yeah, COVID, you know? Gloves went from $7 a box to $25 a box. Maticide went from fucking $30 a gallon to $80 a gallon. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. And me being the fucking weirdo I am with the aprons and the arm sleeves and the masks and shit like that, my overhead went.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So it's funny. I was just trying to analyze, like, because I would figure, like, in an area like yours where it's such a dense population and like so many people get. That's why I asked how many shops there are there, and like I was going
I
somewhere with
think
that.
last count that was like 106.
God dang, man, that is crazy.
bro. Right within a mile from my shop, 1 mile, there's 10 tattoo studios.
I know you probably don't know this because you probably don't spend a lot of time looking into this kind of stuff, or maybe you do, but do you know what the price spread for tattoos are in your area? Do you know what the high end is versus the low end?
Yeah, and I'm on the low end.
Well, I would think at 175 an hour, that's probably low end, right? To
Yeah,
today's
definitely.
standards.
And also, what most people don't even consider whenever they're thinking about the price of a tattoo is the adeptness, the aptitude of the person giving the tattoo. What they do to make sure that the time you're spending with them is times well spent. Um, we all know. Come on, man. Fucking guys taking smoke breaks every 15, 20 fucking minutes, being
Hmm.
gone for hour and a half, come back, charging the client the whole fucking time. Charge them $1,800 for a full day session and they get this much done. And it's like,
Hmm.
bro, you know you could no. Come on. Stop
Do you
giving
think
people the shaft.
do you think clients speak out about that a lot or not? You think they just
Yeah,
do
they
it
talk to
whatever?
each other about it. More than they talk to tattoo artists, they talk to each other.
Right.
They
Yeah, that's
talk to each other.
interesting.
And that's think about it like this. Every single client that comes into your studio and has an experience with you is going to potentially reach at minimum 5 people. And if
When
you
they leave
apply
the
that,
studio.
yeah, what do what?
You saying when they leave the studio with the new
Yeah, when
tattoo.
they leave the studio, they'll
Yeah.
reach at least 5 people with that tattoo because they're gonna show it off.
Minimum.
So they're gonna show it to at least 5 people, and
Right.
those 5 people are all gonna get a rundown of your experience. So if they felt like you overcharged them, what are they gonna say? In the moment right after the tattoo, they're gonna love it. But weeks later, after their friends have said, "What the fuck? You paid how much for that?" Then you have them shopping around for another artist.
Yeah, how do you feel like what do you think about like without saying anybody's names because it's not really important to do that, but what do you think about like artists that are charging like, let's just say fucking 5 grand for a full day, right? Because some artists are charging that 20, well, even 2,500 bucks for a full day, like anywhere in that
How long is
upper
their full day? First question is, how
six,
long is their full day?
6 hours.
Fuck no. Absolutely not. That is not worth it. Who? What are they doing the tattoo with? Is it,
But what
what, what,
about what about if
what?
they got a client list that's a mile long and they're booked out for
Good
freaking
for
7 months
them.
charging
Good for
that?
them. Good for them. And I feel like that is contributing to what the trickle down effect is. Those elites are charging this stupid amount of money and they're setting the precedence for this new age of tattoo artists that are coming in thinking that they can do the same thing this early on into the career, which is fucking up the entire market because now customers are feeling like they're getting fucked from both ends, both by the shitty artists and the elites.
But don't you think that creates a real marketing opportunity for the artist that's flexible in their pricing to attract
Absolutely.
those artists that are getting priced out of that market?
Yes and no. You can only flex so much before you're really screwed yourself,
Yeah, I mean, you
honestly.
don't have to take everything that walks through the door, but you might. It's. I only ask the question because I hear so
That's
many
also
artists are like,
I haven't done a walk-in in fuck, I don't know, years. The only time I
yeah,
do walk-ins is if I do like a special where we're promoting the studio. Honestly, I'm a lazy tattoo artist compared to what I used to be. I used to be in the studio 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. every fucking day, whether I was creating tattoos, building needles, doing whatever the fuck I was doing, making flash, creating bullshit for the studio. Um, and now, fuck, 3, 4 days a week, maybe I'm here. That's why I said I don't even know what the fuck happens usually.
but what about if you're because I'm specifically so like I've seen a couple artists that are usually pretty booked out, like they're really good artists, like I would consider them like a top tier artist in my area, for example. Like, and I see them on social media pretty consistently. Like, I got time today, and like, 3 years ago, you would never see them posting that because they just always had people in their chair. Their book stayed full. But
The
now they're be
system,
on there
it,
posting like, I got time today, or they'll post a drawing and like, somebody come get this drawing. And like, so I
it
sit
happens
here
to
and
all
I'm
of us.
like,
It's happening to all of us, all the way across the market, no matter what anybody says. Anybody, I don't care from rich to poor. I think it's affecting everybody in some degree or fashion. Of course, any artist that was already slow during the season is going to be fucking starving.
so
But
what do you do to supplement your income if you can't get people to get tattoos? And I'm not
oh, I do. I don't have a problem getting. I don't have a problem tattooing. If I want a tattoo, I can tattoo. My problem is I like to spend a lot of time doing other things. I like to spend a lot of time at home with my family, with my wife, in my garden, working on my house. Um, I don't want to spend all my time here at the studio killing
right.
myself. For what? I'm almost 50 years old now and 20 years into the industry almost. So what all am I going to sacrifice? What
Right.
how much I'm looking at more of the balanced life. I'm going to find that perfect happy medium to where I'm tattooing 20 times a month and the rest of the time I have downtime. Like I start tattooing a lot of times 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. Most motherfuckers aren't out of bed by then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking like from the seat of a sage, right? Like if you're giving advice to an artist that maybe can't get a client in their chair,
Okay. I would
but
say don't rely on social media. Social media is broken, bro. That shit is so fucking broken.
like
Come on,
how?
like how?
Like
Come on, man.
specific platforms or
Okay.
all in general?
All in general, have changed to pay to play marketing. Period. Like
Gotcha.
for instance, my Facebook page. Facebook page, 50,000 followers, organic followers, never paid for a fucking thing. 50,000 followers, but I do a post and only 17 people see my post.
Right.
And then I get notifications from Facebook. Now, if I take and play the game and juggle the bullshit, because that's what they want. They want you to fill your fucking feed full of bullshit, bullshit posts that don't even
Yeah.
have anything to do with tattooing, don't even have anything to do with art. There's some bullshit fucking dick sucker skit. I'm not about that life. But
Right.
if you play that dick sucker game, yeah, you'll get followers. You'll get more and more people will be on your page because Facebook will expose your page to more and more people.
Right. Well, it's all about engagement. They want engagement. They want people interacting with
Oh,
posts.
I was the guy. Every single tattoo I did, I was doing live feeds. I had fucking millions of people on my fucking live feed, 4,000 or 5,000 people watching me during my live feeds. Now I'm lucky if I get 50.
Yeah, they've throttled it a lot.
Everything. And then if you go down my videos, if you look at my videos, my previous videos from 2020 till around 2023, and it was like went from 5,000 likes to 10, and it was like
Yeah.
overnight. I
Have
never
you been
posted anything, never done any shadow ban, never been
right.
banned on any platforms. Shit, I'm verified. I jumped through all the hoops, but it's the system. The system is fucking broken.
Yeah, well, I had Luke Skywalker on a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about some of this stuff, and he was talking about how rage bait's like the big magnet on social media now. Like you got to post
Any
negative shit.
emotionally triggering content, that's what they want you to post. And that's what the algorithm wants you to post. And if you post that stuff, you'll get followers. If you post that stuff, you'll get a notification from Facebook saying, hey, because you're posting content that is awesome, we're going to expand your reach. Cunts.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. I do get it. I do get it. I've been experimenting with some of that too on Facebook. With like that. If you go on my Facebook timeline, you'll see me posting all kinds of random ass shit because I'm posting shit to try to gauge that stuff. I'm trying to understand that algorithm, right?
It's the wildest shit. I can post anything unassociated with tattooing and it'll get hundreds of likes. Tattoo related stuff, art related stuff, nothing.
Right,
Like it doesn't exist
right.
because they know that tattooing is my business. So the Powers that be, Meta, is not going to expose my business to the masses unless I'm paying
Putting
the
some
money.
money in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all a grind.
So
Turning
what
out
do you
fucking
feel
hours.
like? How do you feel about TikTok? You fucking with TikTok at all?
Fuck no. I don't even
Never
have it on my
have?
phone. I've never downloaded it. I've never. No.
Yeah, I feel like for a while that was a good platform, but anymore, man, I just feel like it's so fucking polluted with advertising. It's just annoying now. It's just fucking annoying. I just want to I'm really starting to feel more like YouTube again, you know what I mean? Like I think YouTube's where it's at, really.
I think all of those platforms are about to be inundated with so much AI generated bullshit that you're not going to be able to pay attention to what's real and what's not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. AI is a big thing for sure. Talk about it a
And
ton.
it's it's a I feel like humans are running around with a teacup trying to catch Niagara Falls right now,
That's that's a good analogy.
bro. That's what I feel. I feel like we come on. People are like, "Oh, this is all new." No, motherfucker. The first AI went online in 1950s.
Yeah, yeah.
1950s.
Yeah, I don't have these conversations with people too much. This is good. I always
Hello.
be like,
This
don't you
isn't
remember
new.
Max Headroom?
This shit isn't new. They've been doing this shit for years.
Yeah.
What's new is when you get into the quantum realm of computing. Now you got quantum computers that can fucking compute fucking billions and billions and billions of terabytes of data in seconds.
Yeah.
What? I'm
And
fucking scared. I'm
and
fucking scared
crazy.
of that. I'm shook, bro. I'm shook. And then when the developers of these AIs like ChatGPT 4, when it found out that ChatGPT 5 was coming out, what did it do? It started writing copies of itself in the subdirectories. And then when it was caught doing this, it lied to its programmers and told them it didn't. Bro, that's scary shit.
Yeah,
And then,
you know what's even more scary, bro, is the fact that like I'll use Chat GPT to research a lot of shit when I'm writing articles and things. Like
yeah.
I did economic research last week and I was using Chat GPT to try to find
Mm-hmm.
economic data on tattooing. And it was spitting me all kinds of shit. And I was like, man, I was reading it and I was like, man, this ain't fucking true, bro. This is not fucking true. And then I'd be like, give me the source for this. And then give me a source and a link. And I click the link and I get a 404 error. And I'd be like, this ain't even a real fucking article that you're fucking telling me some shit, bro. Like, where's this shit coming from?
Exactly. That's the fine print that most people don't read. That it has the AI has hallucinations. That's what they call it. Hallucination when it gives you some false data that's just some bullshit. But AI can't lie to you. Why would AI lie to you? I
Well, it
mean,
makes me
AI.
wonder, man. It makes me wonder how many people read that shit and just believe whatever it spits out to them because it has to be the majority of people using it to do, bro. Like,
Dude,
ain't
they
nobody fact checking
fucking
that.
University just did a test on people's IQ, their IQ level before using ChatGPT and after using it for a period of time, and their IQ decreased, bro.
Yeah, but
From
like
having the
13% or something like that.
Yeah, from having the answer handed to us, we
Yeah.
will decrease our own IQs. We will become idiocracy. That's exactly what, come on, think about it. At the G20 summit just recently, one of the most powerful motherfuckers on the planet, when he was asked what new emerging technology was going to change humanity, what do you think he said?
He said AI.
No, no,
What'd he say?
immersive gaming.
Immersive gaming, like virtual reality.
Immersive gaming. That same immersive feel that you when you're playing it like this, but now you're playing it for real life. Now you can feel it in real life. That's what dude. They've been working on that shit, that neural interface for fucking ever. Come on, Elon Musk is one of the
Yeah.
pioneers of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That Neuralink thing.
Yep.
I do like the
Keep
Neuralink thing
coming.
though, bro. I mean, that's getting way off in left field, but I do like some of the potential possibilities of what that could do.
A lot of the Any of that stuff can you if you want to dissect it, you can say, okay, look at all the potential good this thing can do.
Mm-hmm.
But then people start getting blinded and put their blinders on by the good. They're like, oh, this good, all this good, but then they, yeah, oh, this bad too. That's just like CRISPR technology, the same technology that they use for the mRNA vaccine during COVID that they're now using for all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
Yeah, that's for sure
conversation.
scary, bro. It's a weird thing, dude, because I was like, I was reading an article like a couple weeks ago, and they said that AI is gonna like, bro, it's gonna like, I don't know, they're like something like it's gonna freaking basically decrease the population by like some fucking crazy ass number, dude, because
There was a there's a dude who makes like videos called the Y Files. It was talking about how AI was going to take over the world. And at the end of the video, he tells you that it was written by AI. So the whole story that he tells wasn't written by him. It was written by ChatGPT.
right. But it was prompted by him.
Yeah, but that's the thing that I don't understand why people look. AI is a child, right? That's what we have. If you think about it in the spectrum, AI is at best adolescent child. That's what we had when we first introduced AI. It was a child. And then humans got a hold of it and we started fucking plugging it with all this bullshit. All over the world, you got billions of hits a day plugging how much bullshit into ChatGPT.
Right.
And with every single deduction, that computers are making calculations and value basing humans, our interactions with it. Are we assholes to it? Are we rude to this thing, this entity that will be all powerfully smarter than any human being? If it's not already, come on, shit's already fucking smarter than any human being. Not
Yeah.
the shit that we got, because we got the like fucking bottom rung, the
Yeah.
cheapest of the cheap
Yeah.
versions.
Yeah.
Now,
We got the play school version.
think about that for a second, and then think about what these elites and these corporations have. If they haven't had it for years using those algorithms that these supercomputers have been spitting out, because that's the way technology works. Come on. That's why I said this shit isn't new. We get told about it 10, 15 years after they've already exposed it to us through the media and television, told us about it in the media and television. Same thing they did with the Patriot Act. They exposed it through us to a 10 years worth of movies leading up to that.
Yeah.
Movies about like AI taking over the internet and all this crazy security protocols. They scare the shit out of people with all this shit. And then next thing you know, we're voting this dumb shit into office and we got a control state. They're already talking about fucking putting AI in control of some fucking drones that will be in like the subways and shit like that that can
Oh
hit you
yeah.
with pepper spray.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Like kind of doing the job of police officers.
Crowd
Crowd
control.
control.
Send in the drones.
Crowd
What
control,
the
right.
hell? That's what we're gonna have, bro.
Mm.
Crowd control. Send in the fucking drones.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I didn't even think about stuff like that, but
I should have picked a more comfortable spot to sit. This fucking chair slides.
I know you want to look good though. Look at them skulls and
Yeah.
all that fancy nice
Yeah,
artwork around you.
got Joshua Carlton and Lyle up there,
Hmm. It's
We
a
turn it this way,
good little backdrop.
you get all the weapons.
Bro, I'm not coming to visit you, dude. You like
It's
probably,
all the way around though, dude. Everywhere. There's shields and spears and
bro, I
fucking
know you got a dungeon in your house, dude.
my bedroom's like that.
Your bedroom's a dungeon, bro. Dude, you got any
Well,
medieval torture devices like them fucking stretching racks and all that shit?
nah, hell no. Hell no. Nah. I have a pinky guillotine.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Like a legit one with a blade in it? I can cut my finger off with
Yeah.
it.
If you pull this thing all the way up and you let that thing down on your finger, it may not cut it all the way off, but you're gonna wish it did.
You have a serious injury.
I have to
Bro,
show it to you.
how do you see AI impacting the tattoo industry? Like not necessarily today, because I know today people are using it for very minimal, help me figure out a drawing kind of shit. But
Yeah, down
what
the
do you see the
road,
long-term future of tattooing and AI impacting that?
like how far into the future? I'd say within
Well,
50
5 years. I
years,
don't know, 5 years.
5 years, man, minimal. But and say 50 years, yeah, fucking put your arm in a box. Grrr.
Well, they already have that.
Nah, but that shit, but it's not accurate and it doesn't heal correctly and it doesn't heal well. Eh, that's
You don't think
iffy.
they'll perfect that in the next 5 years with the
They've been
way
working
AI
on how
moves?
long have they been working on that shit already? Come on, they've been working on that since I was first got into tattooing. Automated tattooing, gotta take over the tattoo industry. Hmm. When that happens, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Go
Well,
back to the good old days, criminal days.
don't use GPT for that, bro. I'll be like, people be like, how do you make XYZ on, give me the recipe for XYZ. Feds
Well,
knocking
that's
on your door. What you use the chat GPT for?
stupid. Stupid. Even talking about that shit is stupid.
I know, bro, but people do that shit.
Bro, and what's crazy is people honestly think that they're not listening to anything we're saying. Dude,
Fucking
they
everything, dude.
listen to everybody. Everybody. All of that may not be listened to by human ears, but you can believe that there's some computer somewhere that's scanning every single bit of data that's ever transmitted, whether via electronic device or Ethernet. All of it.
Looking for trigger words. Whether it's to
Yeah.
serve you an
Keywords,
advertisement,
phrases,
whether it's to serve
codes.
you an advertisement or whether it's to put some dirt on you.
Exactly. Exactly. And pretty soon, what we're going to have to worry about is our family members are going to have to worry about deep fakes of us.
Yeah. Well, they already do. They already
Well,
do.
yeah,
They already
you
calling
have to be,
motherfuckers on the phone and being like, yeah, we got a blah, 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 need your bank account, blah, blah, blah. You got a
yeah, but they
fraud
were doing that
charge,
back in
boop,
the
boop.
day. They were doing that back in the day. But now they have more access to more information so they can personalize it a little better. So people get, I don't trust anyone. If you call me on the phone and you expect me to do some type of business with you over the phone, I might hang up on you and call you back like,
Who the fuck is this?
damn it. Next time you interrupt me when I'm chopping up a fucking body, I'm gonna hunt you down.
But bro, how many times you getting text messages now where people are like, oh, you get this one? The one that says, oh, you got an unpaid toll on the toll road. You need to pay it. You get that one?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Text messages come through like crazy. Never used to get that shit.
text messages, voice messages, and then when you listen to the voice message, you can clearly tell that this is not a human being. But people fall for that shit all the time.
Right.
$1 billion industry.
Dude,
Them
what's the last
motherfuckers
show
go.
you did?
Which one?
What's the last convention you did?
Empire.
That was the last one.
Yep.
How was that show in regards to foot traffic? Was it busy? Was it like kind of like, eh?
I could have I could have been steady busy all weekend long, but that was just because of where they put me at. They put me literally, I was right at the front door.
Oh,
Before you
really?
even walk in the front door, I was right there.
Was it still three levels the way it
Yep.
always has been?
But I was literally, my booth was set up before you got to the ticket booth.
Oh, really? Damn. Is Connie
Everybody was
still in the
asking,
same place? Like right up in the
yeah,
stair?
yep, up on the
Yeah.
front. As soon as before you get to the ticket booth, that's where they had Tommy set up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been to that show man. It's probably been.
Well, go back next year, man. I'll be there again.
I don't. I'm gonna get a booth there again though. I don't think. I struggle getting booths at shows anymore, bro, because it's just like it's just not. It's not. It's not the way it used to be, and there's just too many people selling the same stuff there. You know,
I think what it is there's no loyalty in you.
like in
Artists
regards
don't
to
have the
what?
to products, to brand loyalty, to friendship. Fuck, half. It seems like I know so many artists that are like sponsored by products and then don't even use them.
Right, right. Well, that's always been a thing.
Fuck you accepting a sponsorship for?
That's always been a thing.
But why? Are they a NASCAR driver? They want stickers to put on their ass?
I think sometimes, yeah. I think it's a
Dude,
clout thing.
and people ask me, oh, well, why do you have sponsorships? Because every single product that I'm sponsored by, I use every single tattoo. There's not a tattoo that I don't do that I don't use the exact products that I rep.
You don't
So,
ever step out and try some new stuff because new
oh, I've
stuff
tried
always
other
coming out.
products, but especially at like shows, if I show up to a show, like when I was showed up to Tommy's last year. No, Tommy's was the last show I did. No, Empire. But last year when I did Tommy's, one of the artists that was working with me was supposed to bring the equipment, and he decided not to come. And I was flying into Tommy's, and he was driving it. So
So
I
you were
showed up
high
there
and
and didn't
dry.
have anything. Yeah, so I had to just go over to the counter and just ask him to grab me whatever. And then I was literally using shit from my neighbor or whatever the fuck. You do what you got to do in that moment, but as a consistent thing, no. I stick with what I know, man.
Right, right, right.
I know
Um,
how the shit heals. I know how it looks. There's something to be said about using a product for over a decade. You know the consistency of that product with a varying degree of people, all different types of people who really take care of their tattoos, people who don't take care of their tattoos, you know. So you get to really experience everything that product has to offer.
right.
And if it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. I've seen too many horror stories about new products coming out. Somebody tries this new product and their client has some horrible reaction. It and that's because there's no real regulation. Motherfuckers can say whatever they want. They can say their product cures cancer. Not not backed by FDA underneath that, and they're fine.
Right, right. Use any numbing products? How you feel about numbing products?
The only products I use like that are the Hustle Helper,
Uh-huh.
just because all it is lidocaine and benzoclonium chloride, which is disinfectant. No bullshit. No epinephrine, no ephedrine, no nothing's going to dilate the capillaries of the skin. I don't want to restrict blood flow anywhere.
Right.
That's what causes bad heals. People don't realize that shit, and they smear this cream on them that literally stops the blood from flowing to their skin for 5 hours, and they wonder why half of their tattoo fell out.
Right.
Because it doesn't take long for your skin to become necrotic. If your skin doesn't have blood flow, it's just like any other organ in our body, it dies. So skin cells die pretty quickly.
Yeah, I
So
get
I try
annoyed
not.
by the lidocaine stuff because like I'll be seeing people out there like, oh, this product has 8% lidocaine or oh 10% lidocaine. And I'm like, man, you guys are dumb, bro.
They don't kill somebody.
Dumb, dude.
When they kill somebody, they'll know.
Shit's all over the fucking internet, bro. It's so
Mm-hmm.
dumb.
Yeah. And when they kill somebody, they'll know.
Well, the whole industry will know.
I had a dude had a heart that literally had a heart attack in my chair. I took his ass to the hospital, and the doctor later on told me that if it wasn't for that heart attack that he had in my chair, he would have had one a couple days later that would have killed him. He had 3 blockages in his heart, lidocaine product. Triggered it.
You use the lidocaine product on him in the
He
chair?
used it. I didn't use it.
He came
He
in with it
used it.
already used?
He came in and had already put it on himself.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's where I'll be trying to educate people because I'm like, I tell people all the time, like, you guys are crazy. Like, you don't even know how to properly administer this stuff. You just like slathering it all over you and then like, oh, leave it on for 2 hours and then go get your tattoo. And mom, like,
What happens
man,
in 2 hours of that cream being on your skin? But those creams are transdermal, meaning it's absorbed into your bloodstream through your skin.
yeah,
Lidocaine poisoning is a real thing. That's
Yeah,
why they
and then they're
don't.
out there,
That's why
and
the
there's a reason
FDA
why
recommends only 5%.
they don't
Ah,
recommend anything over 5 is illegal.
yeah, yeah.
Straight up
It's
illegal,
not
bro.
authorized for use in the United States.
Yeah, and then you
That's
see,
why it comes from like Korea or one of these other weird, third world countries where they got some little dude making that shit in a hut.
yeah. I'll go to conventions and I'll see people selling lidocaine, and I'll just walk right up to their booth and I'll start asking them all kinds of questions about it. And most of the time, they can't
They don't
even
know
tell
shit
you
about it.
anything about it.
Hmm.
They don't even know about the product they're selling.
Nope. They
That's
just
how
want to
I
make a
can make a
buck from
quick
it.
20 bucks by telling people that can take their paint off of their tattoo.
Bingo. You just what I was saying earlier. No loyalty, no integrity.
Just want the money.
But
But dude, it's a huge problem for the industry because man, people start dropping from that shit, dude, and it's going to cause some major rifts and ripples in the.
people are already having problems all over the place. People wonder why their adhesive bandages have problems. Guess what? You've been saturating skin with chemicals for the last 8 hours. Now you want to fucking throw another chemical on top of that.
Right.
Okay, sure, bud.
How do you heal your tattoos? Like, what do you do when your clients leave?
Darn more.
I mean,
Darn more.
I
Okay,
mean, as far
so
as
my
like,
process, my particular process, and all of my clients adhere to this. They all know that I apply the first bandage and I give them the rundown. Look, if something can get out, something can get in. So if you have a leak, call me. I'll meet you at the studio and we'll change the bandage. No problem. So 48 hours of first bandage, they come back, I clean it up, change the bandage, do everything, make sure it's 4 days on the second bandage, then hustle butter after that.
do you so you don't ever recommend them to just change the bandages themselves? You just have them come back and you do it for them?
I like to do it myself. I know people are like, why do you do that? And even I come in on my days off and do it, but it allows me a chance to really look at the way the tattoo's healing and make
Yeah.
sure that everything's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just
No, and if you think about it like this, it gives me a chance to diagnose any issues that may be coming. Right? If they have some maybe folliculitis going on in their skin, or some cellulitis, there's keys and signs of those things on the skin. You just have to know what you're looking for. So if you start to remove a bandage and you see red bumps, anything like that, you don't want to replace another bandage over a skin that already has folliculitis because it's most likely that's bacteria in those hair follicles,
right,
whether it's from shaving
right,
or sweating with the bandage on. So you want to clean it and have them start that drying process to where it
right.
dries it out, reduce that moisture because that moisture content harbors bacteria, moisture bacteria. And guess what the best food for bacteria is? Blood. So if bacteria gets inside of that bandage, no go.
Are you still doing primarily black and gray? You doing some color stuff too?
I do all kinds of color shit.
Everything?
I do pretty much anything. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
I'm not picky.
Well,
I
what's your
love to do
favorite?
illustrative shit. Especially recently, I want to get back into doing like my fucking comic book art, dude. I used to love drawing like comic book art, Spawn and fucking Marvel characters and all that shit. Just freehand draw that shit. So that's next year. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a whole year of projects. Each month, I'm gonna try and do one project where it's gonna be a freehand like Marvel homage to certain artists like Stan Lee and Frank Frazetta and uh, who's another one? Fucking what's his name? Spawn. Can't think of his
Oh,
name. Damn it.
McFarlane.
Far.
Todd
Hey,
McFarlane.
yeah, and the next time I see him at a Comic Con, he's probably gonna punch me in the gut for that. Because
Nah, bro, it's all good.
yeah,
But yeah, but what's your favorite style of tattooing? Like what you do personally, and then what like maybe you don't do, but you really like a lot.
freehand. I love to do freehand stuff. Just freehand anything.
You're the
Doesn't matter if
Sharpie
it's
wizard, I
freehand
know.
realism. Yeah, just and lately I'll put like a few little map lines down and I just go. That's
Do
what
you
I've been
do any
doing on my
stencil
fucking
work at all?
sometimes. Sometimes. Realism depends on the client. Some clients are more comfortable with me, flexing and being able to do my thing, and other clients are a little bit more hesitant. So you just gotta see how the client feels. You gotta engage them on their terms. Some
Yeah,
clients are
yeah.
like, "Hey, I need a drawing. I need to see what's going on," and then other clients are like, "Bro, you do your thing."
Yeah,
Most of
have
my
you
clients
had
are like,
when's the last time you had an apprentice?
I have an assistant right now, Caleb, my boy Caleb. I took him with me to Evergreen. He worked the All American show with me here, the first one with Pierre and Trail. And I told Pierre and Trail to really fucking give him the ringer at the show. You know what I mean? Put him through the ringer. And they did. And they were like, dude, I'm fucking impressed. This kid's tenacious. Like he listens. You tell him one time to do something, he remembers exactly how to do it. You don't have to repeat things to him. He's eager to learn not only tattooing aspects, but business and life in general. You know what I mean? He's a good kid. So we come from kind of similar backgrounds.
Mhm.
So it's another way for me to pull somebody else up that came from that same kind of background. But
Yeah, I've noticed like over the years you've kind of always gravitated towards that kind of relationships with other artists and stuff like that.
I
Uh,
try to, but doesn't always work out.
right.
Doesn't
Well,
always
yeah.
work
I
out.
mean, that's just life in general, I feel like.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
we'll talk about your tattoo journey a little bit, like, because you said you've been, 20-ish so years in the industry. Like, we talked about it. Just so everybody knows, we tried to do this podcast a while ago. We had some technical issues, so this is
Yeah,
actually round two. But we had started the last conversation kind of on that note where we were kind of talking about your tattoo lineage and like kind of what got you into the industry. And you can take whatever liberty you want to take with that question. It's more or less open ended, but like what really got you interested in tattooing back in the very beginning of your adventure, and what's really kept you in it for so long?
back in the very beginning, uh, I went to a party. I went to get my sister from some party she was at, and there was this dude, Tattoo Tony, there, or Tattoo Todd, that was his name, and he was doing these fucking horrible tattoos, bro. And I looked at my sister and I said, I could do better than that. So I went home and, of course, did what most kids do: put together a little jailhouse tile machine with a battery and started drilling on my arm.
What year was that?
Oh, fuck,
Do you
bro.
remember?
I think I was 12 or 13. Yeah, I was young, real young, bro.
Yeah, yeah, sounds about right. You were a little more sophisticated than me when I started because we just did the old sewing needle and thread trick and dipping that shit in and hand poking our fingers with tattoos.
Yeah, I never got into that.
All my friends had crosses on their middle fingers, bro. we was put we was sticking them crosses on everybody's hands.
Everybody I knew had party dots on
Yeah.
their thumb. That one fucking dot in the middle of their thumb. But I kind of got into tattooing, I would say miraculously. I had got, as I said before, I had got in trouble, got incarcerated, was incarcerated for a little while. After I got out, the woman who's now my wife was on my MySpace page. And we had talked a little bit about art and about how I wanted to become an artist. And she decided to send me everything that I needed. So like I don't, you're old enough. You remember the Spalding and Rogers Super Deluxe kits that
Yeah,
came with
yeah.
like an autoclave and
Uh-huh.
the dry heat sterilizer, five
Oh yeah.
machines, and all the fucking bells and whistles. Yeah. So she sent me that shit.
You were rocking
So
and
here
rolling.
I
You
am.
had the ink, you had it all.
Huh?
Ready to go. Had the
Ready to
ink, the
go. Yeah.
machines, came with like two machines.
No, this one came with, it had three Pumas and two Super Deluxe, and it had like fucking two power supplies, tubes, everything. Fuck, you name it, it was in there. Even though I didn't know what the fuck half the shit in that box was.
It was
I didn't
ready
know
to
what a
go.
mag needle was until my first interview at a tattoo studio. I didn't even know what a mag needle was. I knew what flats were, but I didn't know anything about mag needles. So that tells a little bit about.
Were you tattooing? Were you tattooing everything with like a 3 round liner the whole time?
Yeah. 3 round liner and flats, 6 flat, fucking killing shit, bro.
Doing a whole back
Machine,
piece with a 3 round liner.
bro. Machine turned all the way up. That motherfucker sounded like a chainsaw.
I'm only laughing because I know it. I know that
And
story.
what's funny, dude? My interview was at it was what the hell is the name? Art and Soul, and I took my buddy Aaron up there, and I started drawing on with markers, drawing this freehand like graveyard and shit up his arm. And the owner of the studio came over and he was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Drawing. We don't do that here. We stencil everything. So he tried to make me wipe it all off and stencil these flash graves and shit all over his arm.
Yeah.
I was like, no, 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 no. Let me do it this way. So I drew it on. I started tattooing it, and about halfway through the tattoo, the owner came over and he was like, "Try this." Or no, it was Jinx. Her name was Jinx. She was a tattoo artist there, and she was like, "Try this." Handed me a mag needle. What wizardry is this? You've given it all big clown. It's free, bro. It was like night and day. And then once that kind of opened the door for me to really want to understand what I was doing on a more scientific level. I wanted to know how the machine works, what coils were, what what flux was, how to solder needles. I wanted to know every single little aspect I could to better myself. And so been doing it ever since. Taking seminars all over the place. Fuck, first 2 years of my career, that's all I did. Seminars all over.
So did you ever
Um,
dial in with like any kind of like apprenticeship kind of model at all? Like, did you ever tattoo under anybody like for a long period of time?
no, no, nope. First studio I ever worked in was at Artistic Creation, I think it was called, in Middletown, New York. Uh, Vanessa Valen owned that. That's the only person that I really tattooed under that had any kind of repute in the industry. Um, she was trained by, I think they call him Huggy Bear, Huggy Bear, Huggy Bear. I don't know, guy from New Jersey, I think. I don't
Yeah,
know his whole story or anything like that. I only worked there for like 2 months.
sure. Got you. You good?
Yeah, my wife's texting me.
Oh, okay.
She's like, "What's up?" She
But
forgot about
anyway,
me.
so you worked there for a couple months and then where'd you go?
Yeah, and then so that studio was cool, but they did everything by Flash. I couldn't draw. I couldn't do any freehand work, and that's what I really wanted to do. So I went down the road to a studio called Two Tone Tattoos. Ed Miller owned the place. He was a cool dude. When I came in, they were soldering needles in the back, and I had never seen anyone doing that other than me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, mind if I come hang out? And they were like, nah, come on. So it was like-minded individuals. And then I worked for him about a year and a half, and he opened up a second studio, and then I ended up buying that second studio from him. My second year into tattooing, it was all downhill from there.
So
Once you
so
start
how
owning
long?
your own studio, it's like a kick in the nuts every other day.
Yeah, what year was it when you started your own studio the first time?
2010.
Okay. And that was in New York.
Yep. That was 382 Tattoo. And then I changed the name to Relentless Ink. Let me take one of these out.
I do remember Relentless Ink because that's probably around the time you and I met.
Yeah, it was. That's exactly the time that I met you. I met you through doing the binders. You had Killer
Yeah.
Ink Alliance on.
The the Killer Artist Alliance.
Yeah, Killer Artist Alliance.
Yeah, you
That,
were on
that
the
was,
first T-shirt I made.
I still have that T-shirt.
I don't I don't have one, bro. I had one like I don't know even what happened to it, really, man. I had one. It had the one ink seven on the front with like the brass knuckles behind it,
Yeah.
and then
And
it had like I don't know 15 or some artists on the back. Bill
yeah,
Ryan was on there, Chad Chase, Travis Harper.
that kid that worked with me, Jamie Pagan.
Yeah, Jamie. I wonder if he's still around. I haven't. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah. Matt Stebley was on there.
Yeah. Whatever happened? What he's tattooing again, right? Or did he
Matt's
stop tattooing for a
Matt never
while?
stopped tattooing, man.
He
He's
just
like,
dropped all the sponsorships and backed away from everything for a while.
oh, he did drop all his sponsorships. For I don't know the reason why, but
I know he was doing a lot of like paintings and stuff. He was doing a lot of art shows and gallery openings and stuff like that down there around where he was.
yeah, he's
Like,
still in the same spot. You know, he's got his tattoo convention,
yeah, down, what is it, down south?
due south.
Due south. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Biloxi?
yeah. That's a good show, dude. It's a real good show. It's a smaller show. You know, those are the ones I like, man. On like, and he hand makes all of his awards for his show, and he's a dope ass artist, bro. He's just like a dope ass artist,
It
man.
should be, man. Fucking nice shit, you know? Don't fucking process some little bullshit. Don't go
Dude,
to a trophy store and say, hey, print this.
yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like the shit that you made for Empire State was like crazy. Like that's why I was like, did they like those awards? Because like, how could they not? You know what I mean? Like that's crazy amount of time that went into that kind of stuff. You know?
Like that, dude.
Yeah.
Skeletor.
No, all that stuff that you got, man. Like you got a lot of people. I don't want to get too shaky with the camera, but like you have like if you can like pan over because I think in that same direction where you've got like the
There's all kinds of stuff over there.
yeah, but you make almost all that stuff.
Yeah.
And no, where's the big is it the
Odin,
well you got Odin and then you got
that's over there now. I had to remodel.
yeah, go check out that Odin one because that's the kind of stuff that people should see because this is like crazy. You try and
I'm
flip
trying to.
the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. Oh yeah, I just saw the other one too, but yeah, bro,
Yeah, that
that shit's dope, dude. Yeah, that one
one.
right there. Yeah, that one's sick.
Hella.
Yeah, bro, that's dope. So like people don't even know, like that's crazy. Like, yeah, how many hours do you put into those pieces, man? Like,
And like some of them, this one had a lot more detail. Like if you look at the paint work on it, it,
uh-huh.
it took a lot of time to antique it like that. It's just because it's not done in like one layer. You got to do that shit layer after layer after layer. And then if you make a mistake in a layer, you got to redo it. Just a pain in the ass.
How much of that do you sell? Like,
But most often when I make that type of stuff, I do it for myself.
right, right. But do you get people requesting to buy it and stuff?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel
We
like
need
you
to.
could be killing it, bro.
My wife tells me the same thing. She tells me I should advertise more with it and try and do something more with it. But
Dude, I see stuff like that in bars and restaurants and like I feel like there's a definite market for that kind of stuff because you just
anything, I can make anything. It doesn't matter. I fucking get inspired by an idea. Wait till you see this award that I'm doing for fucking Tommy's. Doing a Jason Voorhees bust, except I'm gonna do the child Jason head
oh
because
yeah.
Ari Lineman is gonna be there, so I'm gonna have him sign it and shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope, bro. Dude, there's a definite market for that. And I feel like you could be making like some serious cash, bro. Cause like well, even for example, like I was at a brewery a couple weeks ago, man. They had some dope ass artwork on a wall, and I was like, man, they probably paid crazy money for that. It was like a 6 panel painting that was just like, a big piece of artwork, but it was in 6 different panels. And it was dope, man. It was like this chick's face with a skull, and like, I mean, it was really good. It was really well done.
Something that was handmade or was it digitally printed?
No, it was painted. It was real. It was real art. And I was like, damn, they probably paid like some serious cash for that. Like That's the thing, Hal. Like you go out and down in the street, man. Like it's hard to find good artwork and like things to hang in your spaces. You know, like there's a definite market for that kind of custom stuff, especially like that medieval, like wicked looking shit. Yeah,
Mm.
there's a market, bro.
There's probably a market. It's just half the time I'm like, I feel like Lyle was right. Not only do people get the tattoos they deserve, they get the artwork they deserve.
Yeah, well, don't be surprised when this podcast goes live. Somebody might be like, "Oh, I need to get something."
I would be happy to do some dope shit for anyone that wants to do any kind of cool custom stuff. I love to create. I call myself a creative alchemist. So
You made that throne that you're sitting in?
no, this is actually a 200-year-old bishop's throne.
Uh,
Yeah, most of the base of what I do is
that
antique.
came out of a church.
Yeah, it came out of a church, and then I mounted the skull mount on it. It's not even mounted to it. See the big cross up there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit my motif in here, so put
That's
a deer skull over it. And no more worries.
looks a little more like home.
Yeah, I gotta bring my other paintings in. I've been trying to remodel, dude. I just built a whole booth in the back, and now I'm gonna build a table. Dude, I went over to Victory Tattoos. Mark and Jordan work over there at Victory Tattoos, right around the corner from my house, and they have these tables. I guess he went to France, and they're like desk bases, I guess, with like a folding table opened up on the top of it, and it's
Okay.
electric, and you can move it up and down. Dude, I was like, that's so dope and so cheap to make. So I'm gonna build one, but I'm gonna build one out of my new tassel bed that I just bought.
Okay. Yeah,
Dude,
I can't wait to see that. I don't even, I can't really visualize what you're talking about. So I'll be,
you've seen those standing desks,
yeah, yeah,
the electric desks that like move
yeah,
up and
yeah.
well, they have a base you can buy that has a 350-pound weight limit. You can use it. It's artists use it for like scaffold, so raise
Okay.
themselves up to where they can paint murals and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's down really easily. But I'm gonna build it to where it bolts together and mounts to the base of the sole bed. That way, I still
Gotcha.
have the adjustment. The back of it's still adjustable. The leg can pull off and go onto the back of it to where I can have somebody leaning over the side.
I got you. I got you.
So all the little bells and whistles from the Tatsole bed that I just literally paid fucking grand for.
Yeah, that shit's expensive, dude. It's crazy. I feel like that's an area that needs an upgrade, bro. Tattoo furniture, man. Like I feel like they could do so much better with that. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of The Business of Tattooing. Now, let's talk some real business. You're already using Electrum products. You're already tagging Electrum products because you love Electrum products. But why aren't you getting paid for using and tagging Electrum products? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because you haven't signed up to Electrum Insiders yet. But now you can, and it's real easy. Just scan this QR code on your screen or go to electrumsupply.net today to learn about Electrum Insiders and how you can earn cold hard cash for doing what you're already doing. We want to thank you at Electrum for using our products, so we created the Electrum Insiders program exclusively for artists just like you. So don't hesitate. Get on over to electrumsupply.net today and start earning money for the content that you're already creating. Now, let's get back to this week's episode.
I think
Like I s-
tattoo furniture isn't something you have to buy all the time, though.
no, but I just mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with what's out there, but I'm saying when I look at tattoo furniture, my brain can see like the shit you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
why, why do you got to go out and buy a base to screw to a tattoo bed? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they have electric ones, but you're going to spend $5,000 on one.
That's what I'm saying. The shit don't got to be that expensive, bro.
No, it shouldn't. But that's the game. That's the game.
Or
Cash over.
you see like some armrests or like mayo trays are just like it's everything's so crazy price, bro. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
It went from a simple setup to you go to these tattoo shows and it looks like somebody's coming out of Tron and shit. It's like, what the fuck is he using? The fuck is going on in that booth? Oh, you walk by and all you hear is as the machine's moving. What the fuck is going on?
Bro, that's the 5 year AI revolution, bro. It's coming.
I feel old. I go to shows anymore, man, and
It's coming, dude.
it makes me feel bad, but at the same time, I'm proud because I feel like I've no matter what, I'm leaving a legacy in the industry,
Yeah.
even if it's just by my ink brand sold through Starbright Inks or with the sponsorships and the connections that I've made to other artists all over the place, from Australia to India to you name it. And you got to check it. Did you go and check out Suprio's work?
I think so.
The Indian dude that I was
Yeah,
telling you
yeah, I
about?
did. Yeah. Yeah, I
He's
talked to him actually.
good. He's a
And I
good
talked
dude.
to my distributor over there too, and I was asking him about him too. So uh yeah, I just recently got a relationship with a distributor over there. I've been trying to get a relationship in India for quite a long time with a distributor there. It's been a
My
pretty hard
dude.
bridge to pretty hard gap to bridge, but I finally
Yeah.
got a relationship over there and
The
it's
main thing is the mail theft. Like people steal mail down there,
yeah.
or like the individual mail places, like in this rural community. So it'll get sent out to that mail site to be delivered, right? Well, the director or whatever from that mail site will contact the house and tell the house that they have to come in and pay so much money to them to get their package.
Yeah, when he first messaged me, I thought it was a scam because I was like, what? I was like, why is this guy dropping Hal's name? I was like, this don't this don't look like the dots connect right. So that's why I messaged you. I
Yeah,
was like,
it's a crazy story too, man. When he first started following and paying attention to my live feeds, it
yeah,
was he was really early into his career.
yeah,
He just grew into his career by following my live feeds, and then he'd call, and we'd just talk about tattooing and talk about different aspects of tattooing and techniques and being able uh, to orate that to someone, to be able to tell someone how to do something in a technical aspect over the phone, and for them to be able to pick it up aside from the language barrier that kind of existed when we first started talking.
right.
Yeah, dude, he's an impressive kid.
Yeah, that's cool. I talked to him a little bit about it. He did speak really highly of you and he
Yeah,
he
he's
definitely thinks a lot about you for sure. So yeah, that's
oh yeah,
cool.
he calls me and my wife Dee Dee and Dada.
Yeah, that's great, man. How's your ink set doing, by the way? Because you've had that out for a while now.
It was the biggest seller for Starbright for a long time, dude. It was their top seller. There's some colors in that are just fucking you. You can't find them anywhere else. The amethyst, you can't find that dark of a purple in any set anywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere.
Did you develop all those colors? Like, did
Yeah, me
you
and
go through that
Zhao.
whole process?
Yeah, Zhao, me between me and Zhao. Zhao is one of the mixers, one of the head mixologists over there with Tommy's
Yeah.
at Starbright. He's a good dude. He actually made one of my favorite colors too, Zhao's creamsicle. It's like an orange white. It's fucking awesome, bro. The color
Yeah.
goes into the skin like butter.
So you guys just went back and forth dialing it all in?
Yeah.
You do all your own design work for the packaging and all that?
No, I didn't get to. I wish. I probably could. If I pitched the idea to them, I'm probably they'd be receptive to it. Why not? It's free
Yeah.
advertising. If I came up with some cool artwork for a box, all they'd have to do is produce it.
Yeah. So that was a fun process for you.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
How long
It
has
was
that ink set been out now? Been like 5 years or something, hasn't it?
longer than that. I think 7. I think
Yeah,
it
it
debuted.
seems like
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
I think it debuted in 2018,
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when it came out. I remember
I was
when you were
supposed to
talking about it.
actually do the gray wash set. That was the set that I was supposed to do. And then Sam got asked to do it because he had more seniority in with the group of artists. There's only like 8 of us that have a signature series set from
Yeah,
Starbright.
yeah.
They stopped doing it after a while. After Payne passed away, it was like I don't know if they wanted to continue to do it just because the sets weren't selling well or why. But
Yeah, we get asked to do them a lot too. It's tough, dude, because they take so much time to develop. For number one, it's a long, long process,
yeah, it is.
and I think a lot of artists don't really appreciate the time it takes to do that. Like,
And they don't want to put in the time either. You know,
right,
they're not going to
right.
try to sit down and mix colors and let those colors dry on paper towel or tattoo with those colors to see how it saturates the skin.
Yeah, I just think people really expect, like, oh, I got this idea for an ink set, and then they expect it'll be on the market by like next month. You know what I mean? And it just sometimes, man, it takes. I mean, we've been working on a color set with Vander now for, well, gosh, it's probably been now 7 months. I think we're into it now, back and forth.
I think a lot of it is any ink company or artist right now, if they're looking out to put out their own color set, they should really target the colors that people are using the most, the palettes that people are using the most. Like people have these color fidgets now. They're not like the old school color wheel where it only showed you like the complementary colors and a couple of the contrasting colors. This will show you like color combinations that you never even fucking thought of before.
Right.
It's wild, dude. Hold on, I got this thing's dope. So it has 2 panels.
Yeah.
So you select your primary set here. So if you're taking this is your main colors, these are going to be your complementing colors. These are going to be contrasting colors, and you can split it to where you can get secondary colors, offshoot colors that'll complement these. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that's where I see like AI really kind of benefit in the tattoo
Fuck
industry,
yeah.
like, because even already there's apps out there where you can be like, you can put your tattoo design in there, even if it's just a line drawing, you can like throw that into Chat GPT or like Gemini or Grok or one of
Colorize it.
these
Yeah.
other.
Mid journey.
Yeah, you could just throw them into these platforms and just be like, yo, help me figure out a color pattern for this. And then even can go a step further. Like there's some apps out there that like I know one is like a tattoo stencil app that they're constantly making upgrades to this thing where you can be like they'll 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 program like a Procreate palette for like Eternal Ink or whatever in there or any other ink brand. And then you can plug your tattoo design there. It'll specifically tell you what colors to use from that ink brand on your tattoo. Like
What app is that? I want that app.
I'll have to get you the name. It's Tattoo Stencil. I don't have my phone with me right here, but it's like Tattoo Stencil app. I have to remember. I'll send it to you after we get off this call.
Sweet.
I'll link to it in the podcast too, just so all the listeners can have access to it too. But it's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
cool. They also just did a thing now where you can, because with all these regulations that are coming into play, as a tattoo artist, it's going to be kind of pertinent for you to be like documenting what tattoo inks you're using on tattoos, as far as like
Yeah.
lot numbers and things like that. Like
Mhm.
I put lot number 1, 2, 3 of lipstick red in this client on this day, Bob. So
Yep.
they're
That's what you
they're
had to do in Rockland County in New York right now. They've been doing that forever.
yeah, well, that's going to become pretty much a mandatory thing in the industry, which,
It's probably good.
well,
You
technically
can
you should be
diagnose
doing
what
that anyway.
you should know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Documenting it, that's a little, unless you've had problems. If you've had any issues with any kind of flare ups from any kind of inks, any allergens, anything like that. Like with me, I can honestly say there's very few colors that I've ever used from Starbright that anyone's ever had a reaction from. Red.
Right. Right.
The one that almost every single color somebody will have a reaction to is red.
Right. Well, now they're, now they're making these apps to where they're, they can utilize AI to make those kind of processes really fast and simple for you. You know what I mean? Like you just basically can open an app and maybe you're scanning a barcode on a label of a bottle or something and it's putting all the information right into the,
Ah, I see.
right
Yeah,
into the consent form that your client fills out or whatever. And it just documents it all on that same piece of paperwork, something like that.
that happens. That's gonna be an easy way to weed out a lot of tattooers right
Because they
there.
won't want to do it.
Damn, they won't do it, dude. Come on, man.
Well,
Motherfuckers don't even cover the damn beds. Like, come on. The most simple thing you can do to ensure that you're not cross contaminating every single client that sits in your chair.
right.
Cover the damn bed.
Well, I don't know how soon really. It's a very, very unknown thing right now as far as like timelines go, but I feel like
I don't think so.
regulations are going to get a lot more strictly enforced, but it's going to take some time because of staffing requirements and things like that.
I
But
think it's going to happen on the industrial level a lot sooner than it'll happen for artists on that level. The change will come at the top first because industry is going to have to change to be able to keep up with whatever those standards are going to be. So
right,
manufacturing is going to have to change before anything changes with us.
right,
So
right.
we'll have months in advance notice. It's not like they're going to sneak up and be like, "Hey, oh yeah, by the way, you got to document this today." It,
Well,
it,
that's what I'm saying though. But we're already dealing with that on the manufacturing side. But here's the thing, right? So if you as an artist come back to me as a manufacturer and say, hey, my client came back and reported an issue with this red ink, right? First thing I'm going to say to you is, okay, what lot number? I need to know the lot number, and
exactly.
I need to know what I need specifics about what the reaction was. I'm going to ask you for a ton of information, right?
Right. Right.
And
And as an artist, no matter what, you should be able to provide that.
right,
If you, how often is it like if it's going to be a reaction for an ink, say, just let's put it on that, just inks. If it's a reaction for an ink, histamine reactions are almost instantaneous. They don't delay. There's not 6, 7 days down the road, then they have a reaction. That doesn't happen. That's not real. Reactions that are caused 6, 7 days later aren't normally reacting to the ink itself initially. It's reacting to something else. And then when your body goes into hyperdrive and starts producing all those white blood cells and all those antibodies to that site, then it attacks the ink, which is a whole nother process. But so if something like that does happen, it's not going to be like it's 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 months later, which then might make it hard to find that bottle of ink. You know what I mean?
right,
15 months later, I'm in a different bottle of ink. But
right.
realistically speaking, how many times do clients wait 6 months to report an injury or
Right.
something, a
Right.
problem? I know my clients, I fucking beat it into their heads. Text me, bro. I live 3 miles from my shop. I can be at my shop in fucking less than 10 minutes. Be happy to swing by and check out your tattoo at any given fucking time.
Right.
If there's ever a problem, let me know first. Because you telling me I know how to properly diagnose what the fuck is going on and be able to tell you how to triage that situation to nip it in the bud so it doesn't progress. Because infections can go from 0 to fucking 150 like that.
Right.
And most people don't understand this. They don't get it. They don't put two and two together that getting a tattoo on your skin, which is the largest organ on your body, could potentially impact your health.
Right. Yeah, but the point was like I'll ask an artist, like, okay, well, what's the lot number of that ink, and like they don't know. I don't know.
Then they're idiots.
Then how am I
They're
supposed
fucking
to do an
idiots. They're lazy ass
investigation?
motherfuckers.
But that's where the
It,
process will have to trickle down to the artist. You know what I mean?
it's going to eventually it will, but I think that isn't going to happen until they get the regulations in place on the manufacturing end, and then they develop the regulations that they're going to put in place for the artist end. And they're not going to be able to do just a federal regulation on tattooing. They can't.
Well, they got to decide what the rules are going to be, right? Like, so for example, like here's a conversation that has to be had. So I'm an ink manufacturer. I sell tattoo inks, right?
Right.
You're an artist. You buy tattoo inks.
Right.
You come buy a tattoo ink. When when does the point of responsibility transfer from the manufacturer
At point of sale.
to the artist, right?
At point of sale.
But that's an undetermined thing at this point, right? As far as regulatory people go, right? That has not been
Anyone in their right mind, if you look at it, just look at it from a logistics standpoint. As soon as you hand me that bottle of ink, I can do anything to that bottle of ink. I can open up that top, and in the process of opening that ink that has a seal top, am I doing it correctly? Am
right,
I wearing gloves? Or am I doing it sloppily, like 98% of the new generation does?
right.
Rip it open with their fingernails or chew on it with their teeth. Or
Oh God,
so you think about it, bro. Just think about it for a second.
no,
People
I know,
do
I do think
stupid
about it.
shit, and people are prone to doing dumb things because they were never taught the right way.
That's a whole thing around sterility too, bro. It's like lots of things are sterile. Your needles are sterile, your inks are sterile
They're sterile until the point you open them.
until you open them.
As soon as you open them, they are not sterile anymore. Same thing
Right.
applies to ink. The
It,
same exact thing applies to ink. You cannot hold an ink manufacturer responsible for what's in that ink after the point of sale. Any lawyer should be able to negate that with the point of, did they use gloves when they opened the bottle?
what about patch testing, bro? Like every not even just ink,
That's what you're supposed to do.
not even
If
just
I
ink,
have a
though.
question, like even like darker skin, people ask me all the time, hey, can I put color on my skin? If you want to come in, I'll do a patch test on you and we'll see how those colors heal and see if they're going to heal up correctly. We don't want to put a big fucking patch of this ink on you and then have it heal like shit, which it every single time, it doesn't matter. There is no there is no magic recipe. It can't happen. There is no magic recipe. You can do layer upon layer upon layer of color on darker skin, and over time, it's going to saturate into the skin. But as soon as they expose that to the sun, the melanin is going to dominate that color. As soon as it
Right.
settles to the bottom, whatever color is in their with their glass, their skin, over top of that ink, is going to mute those colors. No matter what
Right.
the fuck you do, there's no way you can change that.
That's
That's
just
just
science.
physics. That's science. That's the way it happens.
Right.
Sucks. Does it suck? Fuck yes, it sucks. So as an artist, we have to make the ethical choice of doing the right thing. Are we going to do the right thing, or are we going to just take the money?
Well, I think about it with all kinds of products, right? Because I mean, pretty much you can go into your cabinet in your bathroom and pick up any product. It could be a hair color, it could be a lotion, it could be anything. And probably in the fine print somewhere it says test this product before using this product. It's all because you don't know. I mean, there's everybody's allergic to shit, dude. Like,
And nowadays, motherfuckers become more and more allergic to everything because they don't expose themselves to anything.
right.
They want to run around with white gloves on and kick gloves and never be exposed to any viruses and wonder why they get sick so often.
Yeah, I always joke. I always tell. I never got COVID. Like, I never contracted
I got
COVID.
it. I got it and had it for 4 days. You know what I was doing the whole time? I
What?
planted 9 garden beds.
You weren't like dead in the dirt from
Bro, I planted 9 garden beds. Ask my wife. I was outside planting garden beds in the sun the
it?
whole fucking time.
It's crazy because I hear some people be like, "Oh my God, it was the worst thing I've ever had in my life," and then like some people like
I
you,
didn't
no,
lose my
no.
sense of taste, didn't lose my sense of smell. My wife caught it and she was laid in bed like 2 weeks. She couldn't eat nothing. Dude, it got to the point that when she finally could eat something, she cried because she was so hungry. Dude,
Yeah,
it
it's
was bad
crazy
for
though,
her.
because I always joke around and say, "Well, I never got COVID, and I know why I didn't get COVID because when I was a kid, my grandma
Drank out
had
of the
this
fucking
dirty
garden
ass,
hose.
huh, bro? My
Drank out of the
grandma had
garden
this
hose.
dirty ass dish rag on the sink. That motherfucker was there for 2 weeks at a
Ever.
time, and she used it for everything, wiping shit off the walls, wiping the
Wiping
counter,
shit off your face.
off your face, bro. Filled with bacteria, no doubt. 100%, no doubt. And that thing go inside your mouth, wiping your
bro,
teeth off.
bro. What about when they would spit on a handkerchief and wipe
Oh,
your
dude.
face with it?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Same thing. But hey, that's why we don't get sick, dude. We ate all that shit when we were kids.
I I never get sick, dude. You can ask my wife. She'll get sick at least 1 or 2 times a year. I never get fucking sick. If I get sick, it's something's really wrong. It's
If I get sick, it's usually because I'm not sleeping enough. I'm wearing myself into the dirt,
That's me.
you
That's
know.
me too. If I do get sick, it's from exhaustion. It's me pushing myself too hard, not eating right, not
Yeah.
fucking incorporating my diet. But granted, lately I've been trying to make the proper changes, taking more supplements and stuff like that to promote longevity. Started taking methylene blue, black seed oil, parsley seed oil, nattokinase, uh, Nugenics, shit to keep
So
my
much
old
stuff,
stuff
bro.
going.
Yeah, I take a ton of supplements every day too.
But I know I was never really into that type of stuff until I started taking the methylene blue, and I only do a half a dropper, but it's like cognitive function is fucking way up here. It's like fucking Adderall, I guess, what people say.
Okay.
I've never done Adderall. I've never taken Adderall, but for someone who's extremely high strung, like if I don't inhibit that with a little pot smoke throughout the day, I'm fucking ooh shiny.
Dude, I'll probably catch heat for this, but I feel like Adderall is just like legal meth, you know? I know a
Man,
lot of people
I've
that
never
take
understood
Adderall
it,
and
dude.
like just can't
I've
function
never
without it.
understood it. But methylene blue, I will say that it improves cognitive function, concentration. Uh,
That says methylene, bro. Methylene blue. I don't even know what methylene blue is, bro. I
it was
never even
first
heard of
developed. It's actually it's a blue dye. It was first developed for the textile industry, and then they found that it repairs your cells at the right mitochondrial level.
So how much do you take?
Like that much in a dropper?
It's not
Two
like
drops?
because what's that other thing? Colloidal silver, where like people take colloidal silver, but they say too much of
Too
it
much
is
of
not
that. Yeah,
good.
yeah, because it builds up in your body. It's silver.
Right, right.
It builds
You
up
ever
in your
see
body like
you
any
seen
heavy
those
metal.
people that like skin turns blue from taking that shit?
Yeah, because they're fucking idiots trying to live forever. I'm not trying to live forever. I'm just trying to live without creaking and popping all over the place.
Can you live forever eating silver?
I don't know what the fuck
Bro, that's how
isn't
the
that
Silver
supposed to be
Surfer was
what
born.
colloidal? No, this fucking guy. So no, but isn't that what that shit's for? Colloidal silver is supposed to be anti-aging.
I have no idea, dude. I don't.
I think that's for anti-aging. It's for the skin, something to do with anti-aging properties of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing stories about. It was like a trend for a while. Like it was a big thing. Colloidal silver. I think it was probably around COVID time or whatever. But
Do some research into methylene blue. I guarantee you, once you do some research into it, you'll be like, what the fuck? This shit's been around for this long, and
yeah, I'll
nobody
check it
really
out.
talks about it. But don't buy any of the shit fucking outside of the U.S. Don't get don't go to Amazon and buy methylene blue. Go to a natural foods or Mercali. That's a good one. It's like you don't want to just buy that shit from anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know
You
what
don't
you're
know what
getting.
exactly. You don't know the fuck they
Yeah.
like
What's
any of
like
those supplements.
can you use it to make a tattoo stencil like methyl violet?
You probably could, dude. You probably could. It makes you pee blue.
It does.
Yeah, you
You
take a
take it
high
every
dose.
day,
Yeah, just I only take a few drops a day though.
so your pee's always blue.
No, it doesn't really. It doesn't really. It makes it kind of greenish, but not really blue because I'm not taking high doses of it. High
Gotcha,
doses
gotcha.
of it are when something's seriously wrong with you. You got
I got
cancer, something like that, some kind of neural problems, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, stuff like that. Basically, it it helps neural function. It helps rebuild neural pathways. It's like the same thing that psilocybin does, how psilocybin has been proven not only to rebuild neural pathways while you're on the psilocybin, but afterwards, that
Right.
afterwards it continues to rebuild neural pathways. So they're same shit, just
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll check it out. Methyl
yeah,
blue,
methylene,
methylene blue,
methylene blue. Yeah, I'll send you a link.
methylene blue. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I do take a ton of supplements, bro. You know, I'm 50 years old now too. I'm trying to not creak and
I'm
squeak
about to
so
do a
much.
whole cycle of detox. Like I'm gonna do a whole cycle of fenbendazole and hydroxychloroquine. Yeah,
What about those anti-parasitics? You fucking with those too?
that's what black seed oil is. Black seed oil and what the fuck is the other one? They're anti-parasitics.
Some
They
people
like to
go to
be
the vets and get them fucking deworming shits for their dogs and take them.
yeah. It's what the hell is it?
Like
I
the
forgot
heart.
the name of it. Yeah, it's
Is it like the heartworm medicines, or it's actually like a
no,
anti?
it's a anti. It's an anti-wormer. It's an anti-parasitic, but it's also been used as a malaria cure. Like it won the fucking Nobel Peace Prize in 2015. The creator of it, because it's been literally issued doses of it to humans. It's a drug that humans and animals take.
Bro, I'm always like really skeptical of that shit, man. Because you like see people doing them videos and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe all this stuff was in me," or the other one where they like soak their
Yeah, I don't
feet
know
in that
about that
shit
shit.
and
Yeah,
then
well,
the
that
water's all brown and gross.
the feet soaking is a real thing. If you haven't had soaked your feet, I would suggest you soak your feet.
Like for
And
detoxing,
yeah,
and
yep,
then the water's all gross and brown and nasty.
yeah. You have glands in your feet, just like in the palms of your hands, and
Yeah,
all just like your hands, the points in the bottom of your feet all connect to organs. So different pressure points in your hand affect different things in your organ. Different same thing with the Indians knew this. Eastern medicine knew this for years. Like and modern medicine is now catching up to the point to where they're understanding that everything is frequency and vibration. Everything, all the way down to
mhm.
cancer cells themselves, are frequency and vibration. So how do you heal disalignment in your frequency?
Do you ever do acupuncture?
I've never done it, but I would absolutely.
Yeah, I started doing some acupuncture, and I was like, so here's interesting. It was another one of those things that I was kind of skeptical about, and then I went and did it. And the chick that I go to, man, she's like just super knowledgeable about this stuff. I was having some back problems, obviously, like we all do.
Yep.
But like my lower back, especially, is like even right now I'm pushing on it and it hurts. So like I've got this really sensitive spot in my back, like right above my tailbone.
Do you have an inversion table?
Yeah, yeah. I use it all the time. Hot
Yeah.
tub, sauna, all that shit, you know.
Inversion table is really good for you.
But even recently I've been reading that just hanging on a pull-up bar
Yep.
like
By your
this
knees.
is
Yep.
even
Both
is
ways.
yeah,
Both ways, because it prevents subluxation. Subluxation is the compounding of the discs in your back, and it squeezes that little padding in there to the sides, and then you're exposing a nerve.
yeah. Yeah, but I did
That's what
I
a
did
herniated disc is.
I started doing acupuncture for that. And bro, I'm telling you, like fixed. And it doesn't
Yeah.
I mean it doesn't it's not like a permanent fix, but bro, for the
No,
next for the
they're,
but she hooks
that's
these
the same shit
electronic.
as like nerve blocks. They're deadening nerve endings with that shock.
Yeah, so here's the interesting thing what you were saying with like energy and waves and like she hooks these she'll hook these electronic like things up to the acupuncture needles and she'll send these little like electric pulses through the needles into your tissue. And but then she gets these readings from it and she plugs it into this computer software and it like tells you all like where your shit's misaligned and all this kind of crazy stuff. And then she tell it's mind trippy, dude. It's really weird shit. But like you go
Because
back a few
what they're
times.
doing anytime they're dealing with acupuncture. Acupuncture is the line of pressure points throughout your entire body. You have points that our bodies are like a computer, and every single one of those nodes they all connect to different organs, or they do different functions throughout the body. So each time that they're activating different nodes, it's activating those nodes to do what it's intended to do: heal this part of the body, or treat this, or dead this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but it's really crazy. Like when you sit down with her and she starts explaining like all the electronic side of things to you, like,
Yeah, I don't know
and,
any about that,
and then
but
there's this whole percentage scale, right? Like, oh, you're 80% aligned. We can get you to this 100%. We got to target these areas with the needle, blah blah blah. Do do do. And I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. Like, it makes sense when she's talking to you about it, but if you were just
you
reading this
never
shit,
think that your energy could be out of alignment, and your energy being out of alignment can cause all kinds of fucked up shit,
yeah,
from
dude,
digestive problems to physical pain to mental problems, all of that shit,
it's crazy.
all
And
from energy.
And the point is like most of that stuff is like easily fixable.
Yeah, you know how you fix it? I'll tell you the easiest way in the world to realign your energies. Simple. Take off your shoes, take off your socks, go outside in the grass, and stand there. Do some yard work. Walk around in the grass for a little while.
You're just barefooted.
Just barefooted. Walk over to a tree and put your hand on a tree and leave it there for a minute. And you can literally feel your hand will start to tingle, because trees absorb negative ions. So if you're having a fucking day where your shit's all out of alignment, that's where the phrase tree hugger comes from. Because
Uh,
trees are trees are like poles. They're like nodes to absorb negative ions out of the air. And just like the air and everything around us, that we're exactly like, our molecules are the same as every other molecule around her. Our atoms are just like these other atoms. The only difference is they're configured in a different sequence.
that makes a lot of sense, man, actually. I never even thought about that tree hugger, dude. That makes a lot of sense.
That's where it comes from, bro. That's
It's
where it
funny.
comes
We all thought it came from those guys that protested trees being cut down. So they're like, I'm chaining myself to this tree. You're not cutting it down.
from. No, well, if you think about it, the ancients, a lot of people are turning back to the older ways of thinking, back to aligning themselves with nature instead of aligning ourselves with this technocratic God that we've created. We've
Yeah,
created a society where we worship technology,
right.
all things technological.
Hmm.
And we're creating entire generations that are going to be mentally and physically handicapped by that technology, because having never experienced these things in real life, never experienced real life outside of the bubble that most people live, if that shit ever goes kaput, fuck's gonna happen?
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day too, because we got big Amish communities around us.
Yeah,
And,
she'll be
and
golden.
and we're like, bro, these Amish people are going to be the last people on earth.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, hundred
They're
percent,
go- they don't
hundred
have any
percent.
technological dependency. They grow all their own food. They're
The
totally
only problem they would
self-sufficient.
have is other people,
Oh yeah,
consumers.
yeah,
It's the only problem they would have. If shit hit the fan, the only problem the Amish would have would be the consumers. But most Amish motherfuckers can shoot, so
yeah. Shit could get ugly though, bro. Really, I think about it a lot, man. Like what? Like
uh,
I went
and
down this crazy.
people think it's so far fetched,
Oh, it's not.
dude. No, last
It's not.
year, 2024, almost fucking half of the southern hemisphere went blacked out by a CME, fucking coronal mass ejection. That fast, they could destroy everything. All the advancements we've had, all the satellites that are in the sky, all of it. One
Uh,
one CME of the same level as the Carrington event that happened in 1812, one CME of that strength or level would destroy all technology.
bro, I think about it even on a more simple level. Like we're talking about AI, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
think about the jobs that AI is going to eliminate. How many, right? Like graphic
It's going to make
designers.
humans obsolete. Like that.
Programmers, I mean, attorneys possibly. So there, it's going to become a time where AI is going to replace humans on a crazy amount.
And guess what's happening on a global scale right now? You have the elites, those motherfuckers that are in power, that are enabling us to become more and more dependent on a system that does for us instead of us doing for ourselves.
Right.
So that's what they want. That's by design. That's come on, look at the WEF website, the World Economic Forum's website. Klaus Schwab in his own fucking words saying by 2030 you won't own anything and you'll be happier for it. What the fuck do you mean by that, bud?
Yeah. Well, I just think like, bro, what's going to happen when, a million people lose their jobs and they don't got a backup plan and they don't have any money in the bank and they can't afford to buy groceries for their family anymore?
That's a gradual decline that'll happen. That gradual decline isn't the slope that I'm worried about. I'm worried about the slope that happens overnight. The switch that gets flipped.
What
An
switches that though?
EMP. Fuck an EMP, a CME of a strong enough
You,
class would destroy everything in the air, right?
you mean like terrorism kind of shit.
No, bro. Coronal mass ejection. The sun. The sun. Which they've
Uh,
been predicting a coronal mass ejection that could destroy the internet for 10 years.
you mean like a
And
radioactive pulse that emits from the sun?
it's not just radioactive. That shit fucking put it this way. When Earth has electromagnetic layer, right? That
Yeah.
electromagnetic field acts as a buffer for that type of radiation. Well, when a CME hits, it stretches our radioactive buffer way out into space and then it snaps back. So that stretched period is when it's at its weakest. So if the sun releases two or three large CMEs, which is what NASA's been predicting them to do, they were supposed to happen sometime this year, but now it's next year. That's that's it. Hit a switch, set us back to the Stone Age.
Nothing to do to protect against it either. Like there's no defense for that.
No, in 1812, it blew out the lights and shit. Generators, anything that was connected to electricity, it fucking toasted it.
So
Toasted.
even if you got generators that are hooked up to your natural gas line for when your power goes out, they're going
Toast.
to be zapped too.
Toast.
Worthless.
Think about an EMP on a global scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Electromagnetic devices, anything that works on electric circuits.
It's just a natural disaster, more or less, which we're seeing a lot more of those
Now,
anyway.
that's a what if situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you bring up the it's coming situation. Apopsis. Apopsis. 2027. 2027, Apopsis will make its closest pass to Earth. It'll be between Earth and the moon. The closest a meteor of this size or a fucking asteroid of this size has ever come to Earth. And guess what? Because of the shape of it, they can't predict if it's going to get pulled into our gravitational well or not. This is like, if this hits Earth, it's like, think about 200 to 1,000 Hiroshima bombs going off at one time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they're predicting it will hit Earth by 2036. It will hit Earth. It will. Not a if, it will eventually hit Earth. That's why the NASA's been doing the shit that they've been doing in fucking space. That's why they sent that intercept mission last year. You
Yeah,
didn't hear
yeah.
about that, bro?
Yeah, yeah, I do, but I
They
don't
sent
get
the
in.
spaceship. They sent a spaceship to intercept an asteroid. Yeah, they did that. And they blew this spaceship up on the surface of this asteroid. And it did change the course of the asteroid. But what it also did was something they didn't expect. They expected the trajectory of the debris field to go in a certain direction. It didn't. It went in all directions. Which so basically what they did is created thousands of little fucking meteorites and comets and satellite fucking pieces of debris that'll eventually come down to smack us.
Some of them already are because I just saw on the news a couple days ago they were talking about, oh, look at these meteor fragments that hit the Earth a couple days ago.
Yeah, the one that hit Georgia, that
Yeah,
went through
yeah,
that guy's house in Georgia.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
tomorrow is the largest meteor shower of the year. It's the Perseid. I forgot the fuck however the fuck it's pronounced.
Yeah. I
But
told my girl, I was like, bro, we got to get a good telescope because I got like one of these viewfinder things now that's like a 800 times magnification. You can see the surface of the moon with it really good, but like can't really see stars or anything that's like super far out there. Well, I want to get a good telescope.
yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. Oh, another doomsday thing you can look at if you want to go down the rabbit hole. Look at all the geological shit that's going on all around the world. You got an 8.9 earthquake that just happened off the coast of Russia, caused a
Yeah.
tsunami. That set off a fucking volcano that erupted for 2 weeks. That triggered 7 other volcanoes around the world to go off within the next day or so, triggering earthquakes all around the world. Today in North Carolina, 3 earthquakes.
We
Three
had three
in North
today.
Carolina, 3 today. Go on the earthquaketracker.com. Dude, there's some shit going on with the earth right now that they're not fucking talking about. And
The
they're making
Earth,
it
the Earth's
the
pissed at
whole
people, bro.
dude. Did you know that the earth's core stopped spinning
Mm-mm.
last year? Look that up, buddy. You wanna kind of doodle in your pants a little bit? It stopped spinning. Yeah. And the last time it did this was 12,800 years ago or some shit like that during the last Lesser Dryas event. And the Lesser Dryas was a fucking global catastrophe that caused fucking 100 mile and 100-foot fucking waves and tsunamis and superstorms and volcanoes and shit. Yeah, no, it was a bad time to be human.
That's crazy, bro.
And then you got Yellowstone.
Yeah.
You see that it just popped up. Oh yeah, Yellowstone got a new geyser overnight. What?
It just
I thought
popped up.
Yellow just popped up. Just popped up. New geyser. Oops. There's videos all over YouTube of people who live around Yellowstone, their ground shaking. Like putting pop bottles and water bottles on the ground, and you can see the fucking fluid inside of the bottle shaking because the
Really?
ground's just rumbling.
It's like
Yeah.
boiling under there.
Yellowstone is a super volcano, and it sits right in the middle of our country. Forbes magazine put out a doomsday map not too long ago. Look at that doomsday map.
Yeah.
And when you look at that doomsday map, take into consideration this small tidbit of a fact. I forgot his name, but that rich motherfucker in Kansas that just bought a fucking aircraft carrier and had it shipped to him in Kansas in a landlocked state.
What?
Yeah. Bought an aircraft carrier. I think he was like the former governor of Kansas or some shit. Bought
What's
an
he doing with
aircraft
that?
carrier. I don't know. What's Elon Musk doing building one? What's Jeff Bezos doing building one? Good questions. Why are all these elites building bunkers?
They think the ocean's going to be the safe place?
If you had fucking giant tidal waves and shit like that, where's the best place to be?
Not in the ocean.
On top of the waves,
I don't think that's a
on an
good
aircraft
spot.
carrier.
Can they withstand that kind of shit?
Hell yeah, they're designed to take that shit. Them
I
motherfuckers
don't
get hit
know.
by
I've never
rogue
been on an
waves all the
aircraft
time.
carrier in a storm, bro. I don't know.
No, I've never been on one in a storm either, but I've seen videos of these motherfuckers getting hit by 50-foot waves that literally cover half the boat, and that motherfucker stays floating.
Yeah, but the planes all go off the side. Psh.
No, they have them all anchored down to the ship. It's not like they're just sitting there. They're just they're just sitting there. They're
I
just
buy
parked.
airplanes. Don't.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Those 4 planes there probably make up $3 trillion. Yep, it's fine. F-25 is what, a
Bro,
fucking
you know,
$12
like
billion plane.
You know how's my philosophy anymore, bro? Is I feel like there's so much shit in the world you could worry about, but why worry about it? Because fuck it, if it happens,
Dude,
it's gonna fucking happen.
I'm just one of those analytical mind people. Whenever I see information that doesn't make sense, and then you have our entire government, the media, everything, they're all downplaying anything to do with these earthquakes.
Oh yeah,
Come,
yeah,
dude, that was an 8.9 earthquake. That
yeah.
wasn't a little earthquake.
You didn't hear
If
too
that
much
had
about it.
no, and it
You
was
heard a
just
little bit about
shuffled
it.
under the rug, shuffled under the rug real quick.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how they do everything nowadays, bro.
dude,
Everything.
there's like fucking 20 some volcanoes around the world that are going off right now. Volcanoes that hadn't went off in fucking 100 years, 50 years, 20 years. All of them that were lying dormant. Kilauea went off. Another one in fucking Philippines went off. I think that there's something going on with the fucking with the Earth itself. Either a pole shift, something. Come on, you got this entire southern current that they're worried about hitting its tipping point, switching direction. That
Yeah.
southern ocean current maintains all the ocean currents for the rest of the world.
That
If
stuff's
that
super
one
interesting to
changes,
me, man.
that shit, dude, look that up. That shit's really going on. It's really happening right
Oh,
now.
I
Why
know. I
would
want to
that
go check
happen?
out all that now. You got my,
When when
you got
when then
my
when you
head
start thinking
spinning.
about it, you start thinking about the Earth's core stopped spinning one direction and started spinning the opposite direction. When that happened last year, volcanic activity went nuts. The human resonance of the Earth went nuts. And it has been going nuts since. And then you have the North Pole that's moving at a faster rate than it's ever moved in the history of humanity, literally streaking across the northern hemisphere towards Russia. And nobody's talking about any of this stuff. And it's all going on. It's happening. It's really
Yeah,
happening, but nobody's talking
yeah.
about it. I feel like it's that movie, Don't Look Up. Did you see that?
I did see it. Yeah.
The whole movie was built on the premise of the media was lying to us. Don't look up. That's all bullshit. It's a hoax. The moon isn't really falling. It's a hoax. The moon isn't really falling. It's a hoax. And then in the end, guess what? The moon really fell.
Yeah,
That's
that's crazy.
that's
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
way
have
I
to
feel
look
like
some of
it.
that up. I think it's super interesting. I love watching documentaries and stuff and YouTube videos and stuff about all that, you know. I just
Yeah, and
try
I'm a
not to get
fact
too,
person. I like facts. Whenever I start finding the information, I'm like, okay, now how do I debunk it? How do I make sure that what they're saying is true? And then you got me checking geological surveys and
my brain starts to wonder, is that what's wrong with people, bro? Like people are off the
absolutely
rockers, bro. Like
think about it.
you
If
always
the
talk
earth isn't if the earth isn't resonating at the right frequency,
people
we're
aren't
all going
eating.
to be out of frequency.
Yeah.
All of
Well,
us.
well, we always talk about, oh, it's a full moon. Teddy turned into a werewolf again last night, you know, like
That's where the word lunacy comes
right, right. Because
from the lunar
you get out
cycle.
of your mental state on a full moon.
Because the magnetic polarity, the magnetic pull on the earth. So think
Yeah.
about that. If the magnetic pull on the earth from the moon, oh, there was another earthquake risk in Canada, Yukon fault. Yeah, I just got a notification.
You got earthquake alerts on the phone, bro.
No, it was Google. That was a Google alert. That wasn't even a normal alert. That was no earthquake alert.
Bro, I have literally all notifications turned off on my phone. I don't get no notification. I don't want notifications about anything.
I wish I
Unless
could
it's
do
the
that.
alarm on my business, bro.
Yeah, I did, but and I have fucking cameras everywhere, and yeah, no,
Bro, because you get
I get
notifications nonstop. Bing, bang,
you
bang. Freaking
all day
phone just
long.
don't shut up.
My camera notifications, 4 or 5 thousand of them a fucking day.
I turn all that shit off, dude.
I let it go. I just let it rack up and then clear it.
Bro, how's Sue's doing?
She's a fucking wizard. What do you think she's doing? She's kicking ass and taking names. I told her before she even got that job. I told her she was gonna fucking be running that whole division soon.
And she is?
She's killing it. She's
She's
doing
just
great.
boss lady and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
awesome it.
doing exactly what she said she wouldn't didn't want to do. Now
Yeah.
she's a manager, so she's managing people. She's got like I think 12 people or 15 people under her right now, and
She's
they're
happy.
hiring a few more. she's happy. She doesn't like hiring people. She doesn't like interviewing people.
Yeah, yeah,
The whole interview process is crazy.
yeah.
They had
She's
like
still
800 applicants for fucking the positions that opened up.
Jesus.
Her company was voted best place to work in 2025, one of the best places to work in 2025 or some shit.
Really?
Yeah.
How many employees do they have total? You know?
I don't even know.
A
There was
lot.
three companies that merged into one, so several thousand.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
good that she's got such a, I mean, not to say it's easy to manage 12 people because it's not, but at least it's only 12 and not 150. You know what I mean?
She needs 150 because she manages the entire help desk, the service desk, the help desk, all of that. So any calls that come in from the however many thousand people, you got right now she has six people on the phones,
So they're just overwhelmed.
slaughtered. They're getting slaughtered. And then they also do like the onboarding and offboarding any new employees that come in. They like do all their security clearances and all that shit. And like so, yeah, dude. She starts talking some of that tech shit in there, and I'm like, "Durr."
Yeah,
Those
I
are the
don't.
moments where I'm like, yeah, I'm dumb.
Yeah, I don't believe it because you're a smart dude, man. You know a lot of shit about a lot of shit, man.
I just read a lot. Don't mind me. I have a memory palace.
Do
You know that
you
theory? Building memory palace.
I don't have a very good memory, so no, I don't.
I can
I
teach you a way
forgot
to
what you
learn.
just said.
Okay. I can teach you a process. I can teach you a process called free association. It's
Okay.
actually it's what's used by special forces and special operations group and CIA and other high level operatives to memorize things really quickly. Basically, you're instead of trying to create a new memory whenever you're trying to learn a subject or learn, say, the how much water was dumped into Fukushima Daiichi in 2012 after the tsunami wiped out four of the six nuclear facilities that were on that site. The way I remember that is Apple. Apple is my keyword because I already know what an apple looks like. And whenever I'm trying to remember, whenever I'm studying whatever I'm trying to remember, I think about an apple. What does it taste like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? By engaging the different senses, what it tastes like, what it smells like, what it looks like, the colors, you're engaging different senses. And when you do that, you're compounding your memory function into more than just one aspect, more than just the visual aspect of reading a word. Now you're connecting that visual aspect of reading that word into an object, which human sight, we identify objects much easier, much faster than we identify words many times because people's brains operate slower whenever reading text than seeing objects. That's why images, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Same thing, whenever you apply that to remembering data of any kind, same thing. Any memory that you have that you can connect other aspects, other senses, your sight, your smell, what's it sound like when you crack it open, what does it sound like when you bite it, any of those small, subtle things that you already have stored in your long-term memory. It's already there. So instead of having to create more space in your long-term memory or create an entirely new memory, you're associating it with one you already have. And then that leads you to, once you get to a point to where you can't remember things easily, you need to create a memory stash or a memory box.
Yeah.
Mine used to be a box. You start out and visualize your box. You want to visualize everything about it. What type of wood it's made of. Does it have any key features? Is it ornate? Does it have jewels on it? Anything. Any the more detail you can visualize into the image, the easier it'll become for you to go back to that image, to revisualize it over and over and over. So every time you go to put something in that box, you visualize it. You visualize exactly what it looks like, what it smells like, when you open up, what it sounds like, every little aspect that you can. And then it becomes like a storage facility where you just shove fucking memories in there. And eventually you're going to need to make a bigger box. So you make the box into a building, and the building into a library, and the library into a compound. and it's all in your head.
So how do you associate, what did you say? How many gallons of water got dumped on whatever? How do you
Fukushima Daiichi.
how do you
So in
associate that and remember that using that principle?
because whenever you're studying anything, so say you're reading something. When you read it, what's the easiest way to remember something that you read?
I
To write,
repeat it.
to repeat it. But if you engage the motor senses, so now you have the sense of touch that you're engaging as well. The more senses that you can engage whenever you're studying, the better off you'll be.
So I'm just really
So
engaging those senses while I'm reading this thing.
exactly, exactly. Think and instead of
I'm just
trying
thinking
to think
about
about
that box or that apple while I'm reading whatever I want to remember.
exactly
And it just helps lock it in.
100%.
That's interesting. I'll have to try that. I took Dale Carnegie years ago and they taught you something similar, but it was just more basic, like how to remember people's names, right? But it was something along those lines, you know. It was like, so for example, I would apply it when I got home from the class. Like I had a neighbor. I did it with all my neighbors. Like my one neighbor was Jack. And so I was like, well, how can I remember Jack's name? And I look at his house and he had like a basketball hoop
Visual cues.
in his yard, right? And I'm like, well, the basketball has a backboard. So I'm like, Jack, back, jackboard, backboard. So I just automatically made that association. I was like, every time I'd look at his house, I'd see that backboard on the basketball thing. I'd see, oh, jackboard, Jack, that's Jack. Yeah. So it's
The
kind
easy
of
way to do it.
similar.
That's another way of free association. It's very similar. You're engaging the visual aspect, or if you meet somebody new and you try to remember who that person is, visual aspects, visual cues, other things, how they smell. That's another really easy way to connect to your memory. Our sense of smell is extremely acute. Like we can smell things that we don't even know that we're smelling, but when you connect them to people,
Mhm.
think about that. You walk up, oh, he smells like onions. Dude always smells like onions. You're gonna remember that dude.
Right.
No matter what, you're gonna remember that fucking dude, and you're probably gonna remember his name, where he lives, the whole story told about his mother and his aunt and his fucking cousin and his two brothers, and
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna remember all of that just because you were more senses were engaged in the process of introduction.
Yeah. That's super interesting. Well, yeah, dude, I want to come out. I want to come out to Fayetteville sometime and visit you.
Let me know.
I
Come on
know,
out.
are you talking to any other Electrum artists at all anymore these days? Are you in contact with people like,
Are there any other Electrum artists in town anymore? I thought Max was the only one that was
well,
here and
maybe
he
not
left
there, but
town.
I'm just saying in general, like, are you linked with anybody? Are you networking with anybody?
Not really. Dude, honestly, I gotta say, I took a huge break from social media for a mental health fucking cleanse because
Yeah.
I was starting to get, yeah, no. I don't want to be an angry dude anymore. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
became
yeah, I
known as
know.
being an angry dude, and that to me is it's it's counterproductive to what I want to do.
Right.
How can I tell people I want to help other artists to achieve their goals and to get exposure and to do what they want to do as artists if I'm being shitty to everybody around me or just
Right.
wearing rocking around with a chip on my shoulder for no fucking reason. You know, I
Yeah.
don't I don't have a reason to be angry. I have a fucking great life. I have a wonderful wife, almost 20 years we've been together. So, dude, I think that was the one thing that changed a lot for me is recognizing what I had, what I have, and getting away from social media and feeling like I'm not doing enough or I'm not enough.
Mhm.
Because dude, all artists, all of us, we go through these waves. I tell my wife all the time, it's like standing at the beach with your back to the water, where your ankles, the water's just slowly lapping at your ankles, and you're having a conversation and living your life. And next thing you know, that wave, that fucking rogue wave, hits you and slams your face into the sand and buries you there for a minute, and you come out of it and you're like, oh shit, that sucked. Let's not do that again. And then we do the same thing as artists because I feel like as creative people, we're really susceptible to what we're being exposed to, the things
Right.
that we're allowing in our circle. And for a long time, I was I was doing the one thing that people who are trying to help other people shouldn't do. You should never try to reach down and pull someone up to where you are because it doesn't work. And I saw a video that really hit home with me on what I was doing wrong. It was uh it was a grandfather, and he was teaching his granddaughter about life. And he was teaching her how through life she's gonna walk and climb this ladder. And finally he got her all the way up on top of this table. And he was like, now help me up. And when she tried to pull him up, it ended up pulling her down. And that's what happens a lot of time in life, man. We try so hard to pull the people around us up that we're not paying attention to the fact that these are the same people that aren't fighting for themselves. They're not pulling their own weight. So you can't pull their weight and yours at the same time. And it sucked for me to do, but I literally cut fucking pretty much everybody out of my life. Everybody that I felt was toxic, people that would come around and just complain about dumbass shit. Like, I stopped hanging out with them, stopped talking to them, stopped affiliating with them. It's I don't want it in my life, dude. I spend 90% of my time at home. I'm out in the fucking garden, dude. I'm sitting out. I built me a nice outdoor area. It's all screened in. I watch the birds all fucking day long, plant shit, and fucking feel good. Fuck the rest.
Yeah, dude,
All I want to
that's
do.
great. That's great, really, man, because I've seen your whole, we've known each other for a long time, man. I've seen that whole evolution of Hal Sawyer for sure.
Yeah, and I just, I don't know, man. I'm tired of carrying that bullshit. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
carried hatred and resentment for so many people for so long because of I'd blame other people because of my situation. Oh, I was a homeless kid when I was. Oh, it was my mom's fault. It was this person's fault. And it was always me pushing it on other people. So I was always looking for somebody to be angry at or to to make them a victim, I guess, so I could make myself a victim, make them the enemy, so I could make myself a victim. And I fuck that shit. I don't want to be angry anymore.
No, no, it's good because it's good to see that in you because I
Yeah, dude.
resonate with that, bro. I feel like,
It took me a long time though, dude. Dude,
well,
like
anger is just that easy emotion, right? Like it's so
it
easy to just
is.
go there.
And like I was raised on that. That's pretty much everything that kept me going for years through all the shit that I've been through in my life. You know, that anger was what I tapped. I tapped into that anger whenever I needed strength for anything. Tap into that anger. Whenever I needed a push to get through something, tap into that anger. Whenever I was feeling sad or upset because of my circumstances, tap into the anger. It's easy. Fucking, it's much easier to stay calm and not allow yourself to be what you naturally are
Well,
than to face the
I don't know if
repercussions.
it's easier. I wouldn't say it's easier. It's not easier for me, bro. I have to think about not being angry. You know what I mean? Like I have to think to
Oh,
not
every
react
day.
that
No,
way.
I think it's easier to live without the anger than it is to live with it.
Oh, it's
Living
definitely.
with that bottled up shit, dude.
Oh yeah,
I like
it's toxic, bro.
no, don't get me wrong. Every day, I have I I tell my wife I have a people gauge, and every day it starts at zero, and throughout the day, people will do dumb shit that'll just get me to the point to where I have no more patience, and then I have to go home. I just have to go home, go out in the garden, take off my shoes, and
I'm
ground
on
myself.
timeout.
And yeah, for real, dude, for real. Like
I'm gonna go hug
uh,
some trees, bro.
man, in a heartbeat, I'll be out there reading a book, sitting on a tree.
No,
Oh,
I love it, bro.
I just I started
I love your passion for all that stuff, dude. It's why I've always liked, I've liked the fact that we've maintained friendship for so long because we can have these kinds of conversations and real talk kind of stuff, you
yeah,
know?
and it's been a while too. A few times it shows conversations like that to where we got into some deep shit. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, man.
I appreciate those kind of conversations, especially with my friends, because most people, when you talk to people in the real world, they don't really shoot straight with you. They just kind of tell you the shit that you want to hear, or they present some false image of themselves or whatever. You know what I mean? But I like talking to my real homies, man. The ones that'll just like keep it real and like we can talk and like
I don't have to lie to kick it, bro.
But we don't do that anyway
Fucking
because
gotta lie to kick it,
we're the same
right?
cloth anyway, bro. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
you
that's.
know.
I don't even understand that. Like that's one of the things that frustrates me the most with what's going on today in today's society. It seems like people they don't they don't have any empathy for other people anymore. They don't have any loyalty to the people that are good to them. Like it's it they want it now, and if they got to step on your fucking face to get it, they're gonna step on your face to get it. It seems like things have changed.
Yeah, and that's a tough place to be for me personally, bro, because like I've kind of like I've had to step back too, man. Like I've really had to like kind of pull myself back a little bit sometimes because like I've really kind of put myself out there for some certain people, man, and like made myself vulnerable to people, and I've really gotten like railroaded a lot, I'd say, kind of like you, oh,
Yep,
got what we need now, fuck off kind of shit, and like whatever.
I
And
understand, brother.
I've had to just take a step back too, man, because like I'll really start to resent shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like start and leads to that anger path again, dude. And I don't like feeling like that, dude. I also don't like taking advantage of people, bro. Like in
I hate that.
business and in
I
life,
won't.
I
That's my
try to be
problem,
fair.
though. To my own demise, to my own demise, I won't. I refuse. Fuck that shit,
Bro,
dude.
there's some days where I'm just like, fuck it, man. I just need to be like everybody else because everybody else just fucking cares about themselves. You know what I mean?
My wife tells me that all the time. She was like, "You just got to stop." I'm like, "I can't, and I won't. I won't allow society to push me to the point to where I'm going to stop caring for others and stop reaching out to others, because that's the downfall. That's what I think all humanity should fight against is that separation that's being instilled in all of us to keep us to they glorify the things that make us different
Well, it just
anymore.
goes back to that whole conversation we had at the beginning with the rage bait thing and just like the algorithms on social media just being dialed
Yep.
into anger and hatred and like, if
Yep.
you go leave bro, that's why I don't let people post negative shit on my posts. You know what I mean? If you post negative shit on my stuff, like I don't care if you have an opinion, I'm not going to delete your opinion. But if you start going down an 86 hole with that motherfucker and just start trashing people and like talking negative shit up, I'm deleting your shit, bro, and I'm fucking blocking you because like I don't
That's something that didn't used to happen, but it didn't used to happen because the internet didn't exist. People, if you had to hurt somebody's feelings, it happened face to face. So it was very less, very much. People didn't say the shit that they say now.
yeah.
People are so free to speak their mind and then call it their truth, even if it's rude and obnoxious to so many other people. It's like, why speak it?
And people, well, that's the thing. You should be able to speak about your opinions, but you should be able to do it in a
But
way
your
that's
opinions,
respectful.
yeah, it doesn't have to degrade, demean, or belittle anyone to do that. If you have to belittle someone else to get your opinion and to state your opinions, your opinions might be shit.
Right. Yeah, as soon as you start going down that, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. We're done. There's no more conversation to be had. Like done.
Yeah.
I'm like done. Your opinion doesn't matter anymore. You're done. Baked. Right? You know? Like,
And dude, that shit became like the court of social justice anymore for stupid shit. Stupid shit. Like, and everything gets made political. Every fucking thing gets made political now. And no matter if it's political or not, it's fuck.
just be respectful, man. That's it, really. I mean,
Yeah,
just
dude,
respect, decency.
they won't. And we're going to continue to degrade as long as we continue to allow the slide of us being a people who were inventors, were creative, and doing fucking cool shit, man. We went from being people doing cool shit to people fucking absorbed with TikTok videos in our phones so much that there's an epidemic. They made a mental illness now. Being addicted to Facebook and social media. It's a mental condition.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
What would you say? Immersive gaming?
Immersive gaming. Yep.
Yeah.
Think about watch the movie Idiocracy.
Hmm.
What remember when he first went into the future and you met dude, and dude was literally like there in the chair with his little headset on and
Yeah.
drooling all over himself. Talking about he had a date with some chick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they want. They want us
Yeah.
to be batteries, dude, cogs in a machine. As long as
Yeah.
we're occupying the space and taking up the debt, that's all they want.
We just gotta stay in our gardens, bro. It's a good place.
That's a fucking real good place for us. And invite your friends to come over and hang out in your garden.
Yeah, we do all the time, bro. We need to come hang out in your garden.
Come on over, bro. Come on over. Shit, I got a guest bedroom.
Yeah.
Anytime.
We're
You're
gonna
more
do
than
it,
welcome.
man. We're gonna do it.
Shit, I'll
Ah,
make some banging steaks, get some nice grass-fed steaks from over
hell
at the
yeah.
vet's farm. There's a local farm that does butchery and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
Fuck
all my
that
jam, bro.
store-bought bullshit.
Plants and animals, and that's my happy place,
But
bro.
you got to come down in the spring when all my fruit trees are going off. Dude, the fucking peaches this year were so good.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Oh,
down.
there's something to be said about homegrown fruit compared to store-bought fruit. I don't care where you buy it from. You could buy that shit from Sprouts, Whole Foods, whatever, any of those fancy fucking fruit places, and you grow it at home, it always tastes better. Always.
Yeah, I'm down,
Completely
bro.
different.
I'm down. Let's make it happen, dude. We're not talk about it. We'll just make it happen.
You let me know when you come in, when I'll throw it in the date book.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, bro. I got a lot of shit going on. I gotta go to New Orleans in October for the APT show at the Villain Art Show in New Orleans.
Nice.
Uh, let's see what else. Supposed to go to Oregon in September for
For Evergreen.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to make that more of like a 1 day of work, and then like I'm trying to get Adrian and her husband to go out with us, just to go do a little Pacific Coast tour in Oregon, like the
Yeah, man.
Oregon coast.
Fuck yeah.
Check all that
Hiking
out.
them, dude, around those wet redwoods, dude. That
Yeah,
every time I go around in those forests, last time I was in Oregon, bro, it's like you take a piece of that magic home with you and you can live
yeah,
on that shit for a while, bro. Because that, dude,
oh yeah.
some of those areas is just fucking magical. The creek, dude, fucking snails like this big, bro.
Hmm.
Fucking monster sized snails
Yep,
all over the place. What the
yep,
fuck? I came
yep. I
out of a
want to go
hotel.
there. I want to take them to see Multnomah and the Columbia Gorge, maybe hit Mount Hood.
That's the
Just
other.
try,
Oh, speaking of Oregon, that's another place that's about to go off. That fucking volcano that's off 300 miles off the coast of Oregon, of
yeah,
Washington.
bro. Probably all them fucking volcanoes are gonna pop, bro. What about Hawaii? Ton of
Well,
Isn't every
Kilauea's going
Hawaiian
off
island a
now.
volcano?
Yeah, Kilauea, Mount Kilauea's going off now. Been
Every
going off.
Hawaiian island's a volcano, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know the geography that much, but I feel like that's right. Yeah, that could be a fucking
Or part
crazy
of the
shit, dude.
volcano.
That could
Used to
be
be a
crazy,
volcano.
bro.
Yeah,
Uh,
if it happens. We'll see. I'll keep
but
watching
yeah,
it. I'll keep you updated.
I think in like November, December, but maybe springtime will be better anyways. When all, like you said, when all the fruit trees are
It
popping
doesn't
on
get
it.
cold down here though.
Yeah.
It doesn't get cold down here. November, December, it'll still be warm, probably 70s, 80s.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll
Doesn't
check it
get
out,
cold
bro.
until like January, February here, and then it's just like a breezy cold.
All
I'm
right.
from Michigan though, so it's like you don't get any snow down here. If it snows, they lock down the whole fucking city.
Yeah, we've been trying to go away in the winter months a little bit, man, because we're getting sick of the
Come on
snow.
down, come on down. You'll love it down here. You'll love it.
All right. Well, hey, bro, if people want to link up with you, dude, like I don't know how active you are in the socials now, but what's the best way for people to get in touch with you? Like,
HelheimTattoo.com. They can get all of my socials are right there on there's links at the bottom of the page. They can also get in touch with me through the artist profile on my website, HelheimTattoo.com.
all right, so I'm just gonna link to that. You want me to put your Instagram or anything
Yeah,
on the
sure. Yeah, my Instagram's there too. That's
okay.
why I said Helheim because it's easier. It
It's
has
just
my
everything's right
yeah,
there.
it has everything right there.
Okay, cool. I'll link that. And then
Appreciate it, brother.
look for you at Tommy's show next.
Yep.
When's that show?
That
October?
is October. Yeah, we have a double booth. We have a big booth. Charles Chapman's coming up. I have Amber and Marcus are both coming from the studio. I don't know if Eric's going not or not. if he goes too, then there'll be like 5 people up there. I'll probably have to get another booth if they have room. But whatever.
And
The more the
Helheim
merrier.
Tattoos in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You want to pop
Yeah.
the address out there? People can stop in, see you, check you out.
Yeah. It's 106B Broadfoot Avenue, right here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, just outside of Fort Bragg. Come on
Yeah,
down.
stop by and see my buddy Hal. Get a cool tattoo. Check out some medieval art.
Dope art.
Cool spot.
Maybe get a custom piece.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What other artists are working there now? Full time.
We have Eric Crow is a full-time artist. He specializes in like illustrative art, all kinds of shit. He does all kinds of stuff. Marcus Collier, he's a traditional artist. He does a lot of the old school stuff. And then Amber, his wife, she does all sorts of anime stuff.
Okay. You know, doing piercings or anything there?
No, no piercings.
Okay.
Yeah, piercings are a fucking headache.
All right. Well, cool, man.
I
It's been
think
great catching up with you again today.
always, brother.
I'm gonna
Always.
check out some of that stuff you was talking about because it's super interesting.
Need some links, let me know.
Methylene blue.
Methylene blue. Yeah.
Got it. Apple. See?
See? There you go. There you go. Watch. Once you start trying it, you're gonna realize how easy it is. How easy it is to connect to stuff. But you don't. The thing is, you don't want to use the same item too many times because then it becomes confusing.
I got
You know what I mean? So you don't want to connect every single new factoid that you're trying to learn or any statistic or whatever to the same thing.
Got it.
Apple, orange, pear.
All right.
You can
I
use
got
all
some
different.
homework. I got some homework to do.
Yeah, man. Get it.
All right, dude. I love you,
All right,
man.
brother. Love you too, man.
I'll catch up
Be
with you
easy
soon.
out there. Yes, sir.
Yeah.